Hey guys, and welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing, man? Yes, we are going to be doing this pretty soon. Hope you guys are well. Yeah, there's a bit of oddness in the music. Hey, Alexander Coburn, how are you, man? 4-2-3-1 tactic that won the Football Manager World Cup. That was a bog basic 4-2-3-1. Everyone was using it. Yeah. Yeah, it's just go look at any one of the 4-2-3-1 tactics that it's common. It's a very common one. It's like 2 DMs. I think you can I can't remember the tactic he used. Yeah. I can't, but 4-2-3-1 as a shape is pretty standard, pretty good. And you could get it done quite easily on Football Manager. Yeah, very easy. No, I'm looking at creating for today, like when we're looking at all your tactics, right? All your tactics. I'm going to be looking at one important element of every tactic when we making the tactic is rest defense. Yeah, something that I don't really like. I go in and go, hey guys, the rest defense is very important kind of thing. Yeah, I don't really spend too much time worrying about that, but I think it's time I did for the benefit of people who want to make tactics, right, and make them quite. As in, like, when you make a tactic, what do you look for, that kind of thing, right? Simple stuff. So I'm just doing something on the side here. You can see it, while I'm doing it. I'm just making a few of these shapes of rest defense. I did a whole post on the forums. Let me go and find that as well. I did it a long time ago, when I explained rest defense. I did a whole this is the way you do rest defense. Like, okay, great. It's a fantastic search button because it ain't searching, man. It ain't searching. It ain't going nowhere. I'm actually looking for my own thread. Okay, let's go inside here then. There's defense. What the hell? Try to SI something's wrong with your buttons. Yeah, I found it. Okay, where's my rest defense? I did one a long time ago. But I explained everything in the rest defense. Is this the one? Rest defense attack and the rest of positional football. I think. Let me check if this is the one. So I can't even remember the title. I remember writing it in a guide for all of you. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, rest defense. Okay, we'll switch very quickly. Okay, what did I write here? Okay, yeah, I gave you all the rest defense shapes. 2-3, 3-2, 1-3. Yeah, 1-3-2. Basically, there are several forms they can take, but the most common ones are going to be the 3-2 like this, 2-2 like this, like a 4. Because like rest defense, we're gonna have to try and look at your tactics. So I'll have to put them all here so it's easier later. This will be, there's one more. It's actually this shape, but it's slightly different. Yeah. It's something like this. It's a bit wider. This is like a 3-man backline. This one will be slightly wider. It looks like it's in a 4-man backline. It's almost like this. It's the wedge. No one talks about this, but it's kind of common now. Quite a few teams play the wedge. Okay, all right. So we got this is another shape for rest defense. We got the 3-1, which you can find in the 3-man backline, right? You got 3-2, which is quite common as well. 3-2-5, 2 inverted wing backs coming in. Then you got a 2-3, which is like when you have 2 central defenders and maybe sometimes the players take out a bit wider positions like wing backs. And so you get like a back 4. You might see this quite common in that. And sometimes you get 2-3 as well, 2 defenders and 2 inverted wing backs. And this guy actually pushes up. So there's several ways this shape can take. Some narrow, some wide. So it's pretty dangerous to, like, make them, turn them into like a rule. I don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave this here. So these kind of shapes you can take in rest defense, right? So we got a lot of tactics coming in. I already pinned the link for you guys if you want to use it. And here we go, guys. It's time to talk about the show. Welcome to the show, guys. This is a show called Diagnosis, where I take a look at your tactics. Yeah, idea behind this save is pretty straightforward, right? We're just looking for ways and means in order for us to look at tactics, sometimes create different kinds of tactics. What do we look for when we're making a tactic? So you're sharing your tactics with me, and I'm playing with your tactics with different teams every season. And of course, there are things that we try to gather from all this. Like, for example, not one tactic is going to work with every team. That's clear. Your tactics are always going to be dependent on your players. I'm not suggesting that you go out there and follow some random guide that tells you, okay, these are all the attributes that you follow, which is something that I am very against. There are some attributes I will say right now really important for every tactical system, and I've covered this in different I haven't done a video on this yet. I should actually. Probably will be the focus on my next video, which is the various attributes I look at, like starting from the top: aggression, then you got acceleration, you got jumping reach. Now these are like almost been there since the days of Championship Manager, right? So you got aggression, except aggression. I know aggression wasn't very popular back in the days of Championship Manager. Everybody avoided it, but since SI included gegenpressing as a tactical preset, aggression became very important, because there are going to be places, there are going to be people with different points of view. Of course, this is my point of view, and naturally feel free to disagree with me. The attributes in the game, there are no unimportant attributes. Of course, there are some. The danger about going in that direction is this, because when I'm playing the game of Football Manager, I know how the match engine has been designed. So it's an event-based match engine, okay? At different phases of play, different attributes become important. Sometimes what people end up doing is they end up adding weights to the attributes. Now, that is very dangerous thing to do, because there are no weights to attributes, right? If you ask any of the researchers who put in the attributes, they will tell you, they're going to give you this really strange look and go, weights? There are no weights in Football Manager. So the thing is, different attributes kick in different phases of play, and that's important. Meaning, during the defensive phase, defensive attributes become important. So if you want your striker to come back and help you defend, like what Liverpool were doing when they played the strikerless 4-2-4 against Man City recently, then you need players to have a good sense of positioning, even marking, right? Some of them. So the question then becomes, how much marking is important for my strikers then? No, you don't need to go. That's the funny thing about the game, right? For these guys who are coming back, they just need some marking, but they don't have to be like defenders, because defenders perform the job all the time. The strikers and the guys in front, when they come back and they track players, part of the tight marking structure, they need marking as an attribute so that they can actually go tight mark a player. So that's going to be important to remember, man. So it's very dangerous when you go like, these attributes are not important or not. Like when people come to me and tell me technique is not important, I'm going like, okay, right? And then you run some. The funky thing is, I get the idea behind experiments, because I used to do them a lot last time. I mean, back in the days of Championship Manager and football, right up to Football Manager 8, I was one of those guys just like you, had a spreadsheet, had a whole writing, doing so much work in terms of simulating and trying to break the code. And I realized very quickly over the years that it's not just it's not as easy as shortlisting certain attributes and making others more important. figure it out. No, it's not. Then when I realized it's a holistic game, that's when it became easier for me to do tactics, because then it became a question of, okay, fine, all right, if I want an attacking tactic, I'm going to be spending most of my time in the opposition. Half of the attributes are going to be important. Okay, aggression, anticipation, concentration. Hey, those same attributes are important for the defensive phase. Aggression, anticipation, concentration. Okay, that makes things easy. All I do is I look for players who have those three attributes: aggression, anticipation, concentration, and voila, all my tactics started working. So it's important to understand there are going to be attributes that are important in both phases. It's the attributes. Understanding that is actually the key to mastering this game. If you can, then you have no problems. Then it becomes a question of how ridiculous can your tactics become. Really, it becomes a case of I'm going to make some really crazy systems, and that's when you become quite funky with the game. Right, so we got, I've already put in the link for the tactics, right? So I'm sharing all the tactics. Let me check the... Suddenly, this camera or either my eyesight is going, man. Yeah, one of the two. All right, okay, so we got tactics coming in, I think, with a few. We are using Leon today. And every time I go to a tactic, I'm going to refer back to this rest defense thing that just quickly whipped up, right? So what... I will try and explain this as we go. So we've got some tactics that are coming in. So we've got file request Dropbox. I think from the Discord server, we upload. Let's see what we have here. We've got 2 tactics, I think. Yeah, 2 tactics. And then from public, we haven't got any tactics from you guys yet. The link is in chat in case you guys want to check it out. Yeah, it's all there. So I haven't got any from you guys yet. Otherwise, what we're going to do is we're going to just craft tactics on the fly. So you just tell me what tactics you want, and we will craft it and we'll talk about it. We got 2 here. I think I downloaded these already. Tonight, big night for Liverpool fans. Very big night, Tonight determines, in my opinion, right? If Liverpool beat Newcastle tonight, right, the title is done and dusted. Because the rest of the matches on the way, yeah, there's basically most of them are home games. I don't see Liverpool dropping 3 games at home. All right, now we go extract all, browse. I will put them into this folder. Done. Come in here. So load. Now we got a 4-2-3-1 from Rich. Nice. Okay. All right. So first things first, we're looking at this 4-2-3-1. What kind of rest defense does this tactic have? So whenever you create a tactic, right, you're gonna have 3 phases of play, right? So if I were to go back into this, right, I want to see whether I can use this again. All right, so if I go into this, right, you've got 3 phases of play. I think I'm going to go for elements. See whether I can get football pitch. Now this is useful because it's in dark mode. Can't really see much. Okay, elements. There we go, football pitch. Okay, there's 1. All right, now let's look for more. Let's see, use this instead. Okay, all right, so we got this. The image is background. Okay, so then I'll get my. This is gonna be funky, man. I've never done it like this. Circles. All right. Okay, we got all the. Now we change the color, change it to blue. All right. So you got a 4-2-3-1, right? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's got 4, 2, 3, and he's got 1 more, 1. Okay, so he's got 4-2-3. Now we've got basically a 4-2-3-1. Okay, now looking at his tactic, right? He's got fullback attack, ball playing defender, ball playing midfielder, right? So what's it? When you're talking about tactic, right? And you got to look at it from, okay, when you're in your defensive shape, you're out of possession shape, right? So you're going from, all right, you're going basically from out of possession. Okay. There are 3 shapes you got to worry about, okay? In possession. And then you got transition. All right, so there are three shapes you got to be worried about. Your out of possession shape when you don't have the ball, in possession shape when you have the ball, and your transition shape. Now, transition shape is where we'll talk about things like rest defense, right? So, okay, add heavy metal. I'm almost getting worried. No, the music just changes it. I'm about to worry. No, it's okay. Thank God. Okay. So you gotta be worried about three shapes. Out of possession is when you're defending. In possession is when you have the ball, and transition is when you're moving between one or the other. Okay, right? So when you have the ball, right, you're gonna go from like when you have the ball, okay, so you go from let's assume, right, okay, you go from goalkeeper, goalkeeper, okay, he passes the ball to midfield. So that's just to defense, right? That's the first thing he does, right? Then the ball goes defense to midfield, right? And then you got midfield to attack. So this is very simple way of putting it. Okay, actually there's more. There's a sub change from there, midfield to attack. Okay, so basically your transition is going goalkeeper passes the ball to defense, or anybody from defense. The defense goes to midfield, and midfield to attack. That's it. Okay, all right. Now, this is the phase where you have to pay attention to. This is where your tactic will fail. Now, if your tactic is always struggling, it's because you never got this phase right. To get this phase right, you got to get this right. You got to get a rest defense sorted. So it's the shape that your team has when they're transitioning the ball from defense to midfield. And then you look at your roles and duties. Now, he's got a 4-2-3-1 with 2 fullbacks and 2 ball-winning midfielders. So essentially, this is what his rest defense is going to look like. Right? So his 2 roles are going to come inside. Let's look at this, right? He's got 2 inside forwards. AM is going forward. So these 2 might end up being quite close to each other. See? 2 attack duties going forward. The inside forwards are going to come inside, right, during the phase. The fullbacks are going to be higher up the pitch. So what is his rest defense? And 2 ball-winning midfielders here. So his rest defense will rely on these 2 guys' control. So this is his rest defense, essentially. His box shape. His box shape is his rest defense. So as these players go, because your rest defense are the players left over. Now the thing is this, right? He's got 2 support duties. So who are the players left over during the attack? Because they are going to participate as well in the attack, right? Depending on your defensive line. The higher your defensive line, the more likely your players are going to be involved in the attack, right? So your fullbacks might participate in the attack, leaving maybe only these 2 left behind. Okay. So your rest defense could very well end up looking something like this as the ball is going up. Okay. Your rest defense are these 2 players. Now, is this a good shape for a rest defense? Of course, you're leaving this area and this area vulnerable. So when you make this kind of a tactic, you're going to have to think about, when I get my ball, when we move into midfield, what's the rest of my tactic going to look like? So now when you pay attention, you're paying attention to the flanks. You're paying attention to the second thing you're paying attention to is because of all these players moving forward, you're hoping that they put enough pressure on the opposition that you win the second ball. That means all these 4 players, they need to have anticipation, concentration, and they have to have, these 2 have to win balls in the air. Because if they don't win balls in the air, you're exposing your defenders. Your rest defense will quickly turn into a last-ditch defense. Okay, so when we come into when we start looking at our players, then what we do is we end up picking players based on our shape, right? So our transition shape will require our midfield to win the ball. Right, so now we come in here, now we quick pick again. So we've got Matic here, jumping reach is 16, okay. His acceleration isn't very good. Tolisso, okay, jumping reach 9, natural fitness not very good. Almada. I mean, who else do we have, man? We just picked this team. I picked this team. We picked this team random. It was a random team, man. Who's this guy? Striker. I don't know this team. I just picked this up with you guys last show. We just started. So this guy is okay. He's bot basic. So we'll just put him here because one of these guys, he's slow. He can read the game. But let's start with someone who is not slow. Okay, we'll play with him. And then we've got so knowing that we might need players to win the second ball. Okay, so his natural fitness is only 9. Then we know that Cherokee is up top. Not very exciting. Oh, we got Almada. Okay, Almada will probably end up here. Okay, this guy, Cherokee, is basically just a good reason for us to start thinking in terms of maybe we don't use him. I'm looking at, I don't know why my thing is like this. Probably a bit down to my last game. I'll put the position here because I ain't got no idea who these players are. Okay, so alright, so average rating will put here. Okay, this makes it easier for me. Okay, so what do we have? We've got no AMC in this tactic. Okay, any AMCs on the pitch? Actually, we got Corentin Tolisso. Okay, never mind. I think what we'll do is we'll play him. Okay, that's it. So we've got our. I use the 2 DMs as defensive midfielders. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I will use them as defensive midfielders. I think one of the 2 combinations here is, me personally, I think the 2 best roles for a 4-2-3-1, hands down, no questions asked. 2 DMs. That's it. Better than every other role. I mean, you can use a DLP, but I've used volantes and liberos as well. So it's really up to you whether you got the right kind of players for it. Okay, we got Kaletaka, Niahati in the back, Aber, Clinton, Mata. So we're going to start with this. We're just going to go with this. So underlap, now looking at his instructions, he has got underlap, focus play. He's got narrow width, which means players are closer together. They're going to look inside for the first pass. Underlap just means that the widest player holds out the ball looking for inside runs. Slightly higher tempo. Well, if you see too many attacks really early, like they only involve 2 or 3 players, then you can drop this, especially with a 4-2-3-1, to get others involved into play. Especially if you have something like a higher defensive line, it doesn't make any sense for you to have too high a tempo. This is my opinion, because one of the reasons why I don't play with too high tempos because if you're playing with a very high tempo, chances are you need depending on this group to score goals. But if you want everybody involved, then you have to lower your tempo, so you give enough time. You slow down the tempo, allowing others to be more involved in the play. So looking at this, I mean, it's not too bad. It's but the 2 ball-winning midfielders give me a bit of a concern. We're gonna look at the opposition instructions. We don't want any opposition instructions at the moment. I'm just gonna make sure that we have none selected. Okay, good. We want to play without oppo instructions for a while. Okay, so we're looking at this now. So we're gonna just look at it comprehensive, right? What are we paying attention to? What I was talking about earlier, the rest defense. So when does the rest defense kick in? We got possession of the ball. Our rest defense actually starts when we have possession of the ball and we're in midfield. That's it. That's when you start looking for it. Okay? You start looking for it from the moment you get into the midfield phase of play to see whether or not your players, your leftover players who are not attacking, are in decent positions for you to help defend against a lost ball. Now the thing about counter pressing, you got to be very careful, because counter pressing does not equal your out of possession shape. That's very important to remember, because counter pressing is still part of your attacking shape. So if you have counter pressing on, is your attacking shape in play. So see, this is my rest defense, 1-2. That's it. Okay, these 2 are on support duty, so they're still here. So depending on these guys, because you're playing on a higher tempo, it doesn't buy you enough time for them to get involved, right? Okay, so these guys are fullback attack. See, the rest defense is these 2. Now we've gone into the attacking phase. Lost the ball. He comes up. That's okay. That's the whole idea behind rest defense. Whether your leftover players can help you recover the ball in case you lose possession of it. So the ball-winning midfielders, quite aggressive. Clinton Mata already a yellow card. Tolisso to the youngster. Okay, not bad. So I can't make changes to this tactic because it came off Discord. So we'll have to play for the first 45 minutes. Personally, it's okay. I mean, the shape is pretty... There's nothing too wrong with the shape. I mean, with him going forward, he just puts a big onus on getting these 2 roles right. You don't want them to be running all over the place. That's the only problem that you might have. We'll have a look at the tactic, man. All right, so nice move, Almada. Nice, lovely. See the rest defense? This is your rest defense now. Remember what I said about the second ball, these two guys? Because one is going to go forward. If the ball is on the left side, if you play two support, this is very important to remember. You play two support duties. It's the side. If you're attacking on the left, that midfielder is out of the equation. He's not part of your rest defense. If you're attacking on the right, the left guy is part of your rest defense, not the right. So now the rest defense, 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? This is the shape they take up. This is the shape they'll be taking up. Pretty decent. Looking at your OIs, you got cross on byline, stay wider. Notice where that fullback was. Cross on byline, stay wider. Why would you want him to stay wider? Sit narrow, hold up ball. Okay, interesting instructions. Because if you're holding up the ball, who are you holding up the ball for? If you play hold up ball for these two guys, it's got to be for someone. And you're playing an underlap. The widest player is holding up the ball looking for inside run. Where's your inside run? There's only one player. That's kind of a bit over the top for one player. I wouldn't advise you to have hold up ball. Because the underlap will see the player holding out the ball just for a split second for support to come in for him. Oh, what a miss, man. Fullback won't cut inside in this one. This one he's got stay wider on the fullback. See that? And he's got cross on byline. So what you really want to do is you want to remove the cross on byline and you want to remove the stay wider if you want that hold up ball to have even more effect. Then you find fullbacks who are good with both feet. So you see this guy is being pulled out. So this one defender, the other defender is here. No? Yeah, this came from Discord. No? I don't know where. I don't know if I've seen your tactic. I'm not using your tactic just yet. I haven't gone here yet. These are the 3 tactics called Wild Metal. I'm not using this tactic. This is a different tactic. This belongs to someone else. This belongs to someone else. I don't know if it's yours. This is a different tactic. We got from Discord. This is Rich, your tactic. Yeah. Okay. So, looking at this, see the rest defense. You got 2 players there, right? Okay. If you play with fullbacks going wide, staying on the byline, then you really probably wouldn't be using. You probably don't use underlaps. You can use overlaps. Yeah, then in that case, you get the wider players. They will be able to drop in crosses for you. You can also play them as cut inside with the ball, and then occasionally they go wide. Yeah. Nice from Almada Abner with a brilliant cross. This is quite solid play. Other goal. Nice. I mean, looking at the tactic itself, I probably wouldn't have hold up ball. I wouldn't myself. I normally don't play that instruction because with the underlap, unless you have to be very careful, with the 2 inside forwards. Make sure you don't get the wrong kind of players who got low composure. So far, okay. It's working for you. Go, man. Good. 4-2-3-1s are incredibly powerful. We chose the right players in midfield to win the second ball. There we go. Oh, okay, Clinton Mata lost up. Ball winning midfielders are doubling up on these players. Now they got a goal. They opened the center up too easily. See, the ball winning midfielders are just chasing down the players. Because they are high, closing down. Tempo too high. That explains why the ball went forward like that. Lacazette to this player. Yeah, because you can get the ball back quite easily. Ball winning midfielder on support will push up. You see, you'll try to, because you got counter pressing on as well. So this roll is definitely going to try and win the ball back if you're in the opposition third. I probably would change one to a DM. Or we'll see what happens in second half. Okay, we've seen enough. So we go to extended highlights. You can see the center gets opened up quite easily. Then players having to swap positions to cover for the player that went the ball winning. You see where the ball winning midfielder ended up. So it opens up a lot of pockets of space in your tactic. And then on top of that, I think I knew it. Your trigger press is maximum. So when your trigger press is maximum, the number of players overlapping to react to the same trigger is quite a lot. There could be quite a lot of players running around reacting to the same trigger. So we kind of don't want that to happen as well. Hey Bakaskara, how are you, man? Uploading a BYT. I already put the link up for you guys. Yeah. I don't upload it directly to the folder. No, there's a link in the Twitch chat just now. I popped it up. That's the link you use. I'm not going to use any other link to pop in the tactics. Yeah. So far so good. We just have to make. I think the only change we have to make is to change one of these guys to a DM on support. That's it. Other than that, I won't change this tactic much. So we don't have our boy running all over the place. Another goal. Yeah. First half, we already 4-1 up. I think this is a good goal. Fraction, yeah, it's a good goal. Again. So because when you have ball winning midfielders, they're gonna be quite high up the tank. They're gonna be quite high up the pitch. All right, so first half done and dusted, man. First half, nothing much for me to do except enjoy. Okay, we're gonna turn this. Undo. Tolisso. Tolisso is okay lah, but we just try somebody who's really slow. Jordan Veretout. No. Oh, he's not very slow. He's not very slow. So we're going to change his role to DM on support instead. And then we're going to bring on Sahil Kumbedi. If there's anyone who's going to make a lot of mistakes in defense, it'll be him. Okay. And we play him there. So I only changed one of the roles. Instead of having two guys running and another thing I'm going to do. Sorry. We're going to drop this. I'm going to drop this a lot. I don't want everybody reacting. Because see how many players are going for one trigger right now. Quite a number. Okay, this whole center, it keeps moving with the times, man. Okay, make another change. I'll see whether you've got this in here. So we're gonna mark harder, tackle harder. We're just gonna use these guys to close down a bit more. Since we only okay, we just need these guys to react. The rest, I don't want them to react. Okay, these guys are gonna stay. Take more risks. We'll take fewer risks because we have a ball-winning midfielder in front on his left. He's probably gonna have a high radius or a big area of influence when it comes to him closing. It's gonna be all the way here. I want to get a bit more stability. We were seeing a lot of our players being pulled around. We're just gonna tweak it slightly to give the tactic a bit more. So the idea is we don't want everybody closing down. There we go. Now I like this shape a bit more. Good. Air crossing, nothing more. So we didn't get roped out. So instead of having opposition players running through the middle, now I have players crossing the ball. I don't mind that so much. Because defenders, if you've got good defenders, you can deal with that pressure. Right. It's just like how Liverpool played against Man City. Right. Instead of letting Man City run through the middle or cut inside into the middle, what they did was they held their positions really well. Right. So they didn't all react to the same trigger in the center. What they rather let them do is let them go wide and drop in crosses and let the central defenders mop them up all day. So that's what we are planning to do ourselves. So it's an easier way of managing a team defensively. Okay, we just lost this guy, whoever he is. Ryan Cherky, I think. I think Cherokee can play here. Not sure. We'll find out soon enough. Yeah, so far, let's go to comprehensive. See, I mean, there are no highlights. Is good. They are pushing quite high up. We are pushing right side. Our right side is quite heavy. Defensively, yep, done well. It's okay. We got a lot more control. Now you see these guys are holding. Nice. That's what I want to see. I don't want them to run. All of them open up the center and all run for the same player. We don't want that. Okay? We just want to control. Yeah, we just want to make sure that we have players to mop up. Then we can do a counter straight away. It's much more effective. Trigger this instruction. I think a lot of people mistake this. They all think this is closing down. This is not closing down. This is basically, if you play on a really attacking mentality and if you have this set maximum, it's about you're basically telling your players, okay, that whenever an opposition player gets close, and he makes a mistake, you want as many of your players to jump on him as possible. And if your lines are like this, which is like, you can see overlaps of influence, and plus you have step up more. I think it's a bit too many players. We don't want to open space out. Hey, now you see only one fella going. That's exactly, this other guy is here. See, this is what we want to see, not the blind leading the blind. Earlier, what we would see is this guy coming, this guy going, and this guy coming. So this opened up a lot of space. Now instead, we see a much better cohesive shape. So as he goes, this guy is blocking. He has only one choice. He's got to go wide. He can't pass into the middle anymore. Everybody else is nicely holding because not everyone is reacting to the trigger. So he goes, brilliant. And that's a counter press coming into play. Nice. Keep it simple. So we got the ball, and then we're gonna, defense to midfield. Now we transition into our midfield shape. All right. So we got these two nicely positioned, and then we got our tempo is not too. Our tempo, I don't think I changed. Did I change the tempo? Yeah, I dropped the tempo. That's why we're not rushing it too much. Then we want the ball back, counter press, nicely done into the area. Yeah, much nice. Beautiful. So we're not all reacting. It's so simple, this game. Yeah. I would suggest making that one change. One ball winning midfielder, you drop into a DM, drop your tempo slightly, and then drop your trigger press intensity, and maintain the rest of the instructions. They are fine. I would definitely now do something like at the pressing instructions for the front four. So you have like you got a half court press. The strikers are doing the hard work in front, putting pressure. Since you're playing high up the pitch and prevent short goalkeeper distribution, then make sure your two defensive midfielders have good anticipation, concentration, so that they can basically take advantage of when you lose balls in midfield. And that's it. Yeah, and you'll be able to control a lot of games without too much sweat. Yeah, it's like effortless. I don't know who this team is. We're just playing. Okay. Maybe that was a friendly. I don't know. Was that a friendly? Oh, it's a League One match. Okay. All right. So, all items is red. Going to the next match. Okay. So our next game, we'll see the next tactic. We got one more as well, so we're gonna download this guy. The next one is Matty Zuck's tactic. I'm just looking at this guy's rest defense, right? It's essentially a 3-1. I was coughing and probably muted myself. So what's going to happen is, during the transition, these two guys are going to go up. He's going to come in here and form a tree. But as a result, this guy pushing up and this guy pushing up, because one is a wingback, one's a wingback and support, right? These guys are just going to be like this. Okay. The problem is going to be here. The DLP is just going to be here. Carrero is going to be in the half space, somewhere here. Okay, he's got inside for a wing back is going to be here. The inside forward is going to be somewhere here. Okay. The other wing back is somewhere here. Okay. And he's got a complete forward. He's going to be roaming. He could end up here. And then we've got our inside forward is going to be here. So what does your rest defense look like? A lopsided, a 3-1, a bit lopsided. So instead of having like a nice tree shape like this, right? You have a tree. It won't be a tree like this. No, it'll be a tree like this. Your tree is going to look something like this, but this guy's going to be here. Now, it's very obvious what's going to happen here. This pocket is going to get raided quite a lot by the AI. Right? So if you create something like this, you got to think about this role coming up here and this guy coming here. So how do you counter this? You counter this by getting this guy to come inside. So if you get the wing, so now you got wing back. If the wing back comes this way during your in possession phase, you actually get a 3-2. So you will get a you taken a wing back. So what happens is this wing back, I'm gonna change its color. Okay, I'm gonna turn this wing back to this guy. Whoa. So the wing back who comes from this position, he's gonna come inside here during possession of the ball and give you your 3-2 shape now. See, now you get a 3-2, but that is caused by the wing back. This is one of the reasons why I play with a lot of false rolls in the game. Because sometimes when you do something that's offset like this, you got to think about what happens here during the transition phase when you have the ball. So again, we'll just play out this tactic and see what happens. So we got the players, we got Matic here, Veratut here, Tolisso, Aber Winnikers. Does he have any? No, he doesn't have any PIs. The cross on byline, inside forward. He's got to get stuck in, step up more. Okay, pretty ball basic. No. Okay, cool. No funkiness in this tactic. When I say no funkiness, it means it's got no PIs. That's all. Okay, we've got a lot of injuries. So we let the S-Man do all the training, and we're not involved in training. FYI, I've not been involved. Even I don't think I'm doing anything here. Oh, we got double intensity only. All right, so we're playing against a 4-4-2. Now, okay, the other thing about rest defense that no one is going to tell you is your rest defense is also contingent on the shape of the other formation, what they allow you to do. So if you got fullback, inverted wingback coming this way, so they got an obvious flank weakness. If they play inverted fullback, they get a 3. But they're playing with a fullback, so they definitely have a flank weakness here because as the inverted wingback comes in here, there's going to be space down this pocket for you to exploit. They've got a very solid defensive shape here. Ball wing, wide midfielder, ball winning. They're not really attacking this, so they're going to try and build out a lot of the play. Looking at the DLF dropping deep. So for them to get anything out of this game, this guy's got to go around. So the fullback's got to go around the Capello. They got to get something working here. So if you put a lot of pressure on this zone, they get nothing. Then they have to depend on the AP moving up. Looks like the AP is on attack. If the AP comes out, loses the ball, you've got an entire... It's like feeding frenzy here for your players. But if your players are any half decent, they'll attack this pocket and, destroy the opposition team. That's the whole logic. I mean, the way I see it, because their rest defense is basically lopsided. They don't have a very good rest defense in this tactic. So we're gonna go in. Quick pick again because I don't know my team. Just depending on the S-Man. Veratut, DLP on support. Okay, he can pass. Matic. Okay, he's going to be playing as a Carrello. I think what we'll do is get this guy in as a Carrello. Because you don't have a lot of... Carrellos are kind of easy roles. You don't have to... Yeah, all you have to do is pass the ball. They're just shuttles. Okay, all right, here we go. Next game. We're going to look at Matty Zucks, your tactic. Playing against Angus. Okay, all right. We'll just watch how we do. This is our out of possession shape. Out of possession shape, pretty aggressive. You look at that, right? Immediately they're going in, looking at trigger press again. It's maximum. This one. Why does everybody play maximum? You got multiple fellas going. Just watch. Pay attention. Okay, you see this guy going. How do you know when the trigger press is gonna kick in? Actually, the easiest way is to look at this. Okay. I mean, I'm used to seeing the feet, so I know exactly. You watch when they turn their back. Okay, if he turns his back, it slows down. Nope, there's no trigger press here. This is just normal zonal marking. Your defensive line, your line engagement is influencing this. He goes, hasn't turned yet. Holds out the ball, tries to beat this player. Nobody's reacting. Yep. Okay. Quite easy. Okay, won the ball. Okay, there we go. This guy's going to drop in. There you go. This is our rest defense. See our rest defense? Look what I meant by lopsided rest defense. This is your rest defense tree with this one guy here. That is your rest defense now. Okay, so during this phase, these are your leftover players. This will be because he's going to join the attack, right? And if you keep the ball going, if you lower your tempo, that's when you see your rest defense. Yeah, you see all the players quite clearly. But because your tempo is relatively high, nobody's waiting for this wing back to get involved. Okay, there we go. Boom. Abner. So we've got, you see the tree at the back now. Okay, so we got this tree. My recommendation is whenever you play a halfback, make sure both these players are ball playing defenders. You have to. It cannot be one CD, the other one non-CD. Okay, nice. There we go. This guy is, see that what I mean? He's pushed forward. So here, this is Paul. Paul is the Carrello. He's coming to support play. Veritut now with the ball. Goes by the Kalitaka. Nice. Comes inside, looks for options, can't find any. Ay. Oh, what a take, man. What a take from the player. That was nice. That's a nice goal. That's brilliant. I love the goal. Look at this take. I'm just enjoying this, man. I thought these two are too close together. Then this guy turns. What a take. That's a beautiful take and turn. It reminds me of what Gravenberg can do, no? Yeah, but Gravenberg, he gets the ball on his one foot and he swivels, right? Brilliant opening goal. Very nice. Nice, comes in. Very aggressive tactic. There, see the three of them going in for the same player. Then this guy's back is third. You see, it's a trigger press because they're chasing him. Look, watch this. So watch this, okay? So this guy gets the ball, right? His back is going to be turned to this guy. So he's going to get super glued. For some strange reason, this is how the match engine reacts. He's going to follow him now. That's the match engine because it's a trigger press. You're behind the play. For some reason, that play is behind you. So for some stupid reason, the guy will follow. Yeah. Okay, Paul with the ball. Oh, nicely done. Sets up. Aye, what a miss, man. What a miss. Brilliant. Okay. All of you trying to sell me the 4-3-3 system, knowing I don't really play it very much on FM24. Nice, loses the ball. Okay, let's push it up to extended highlights. I think we've seen enough. I think so far it's looking quite good. What is the one change I make? I change this guy to a ball playing defender. That's the first thing I'll do. Carrillo comes up. This wingback, I'll ask him to. I'll also tell that wingback on the left to play narrow. That's it. We'll get a few goal scoring opportunities. So the only change I'll make is this the wingback on the left, ask him to come inside. Oh, he hits the woodwork. I wonder if we can be psychotic with this tactic. Yeah, we're going to try several things, right? Something in the back of my mind wants to try something really, really insane. Libero. You see whether we can do libero. Libero, halfback. See what happens. I think it's going to be insane. Okay, but first we'll do the simple change, which is the wingback. Sits narrow. That's the first one. Then the second one is the insanity. insanity. We're gonna take off with some insanity, man. Capel. Okay. Luca Perry. Tolisso is already on a yellow. The other thing I want to do is I want to definitely reduce the sing trigger. It's like every time you play with really high pressing triggers, okay, every time you play with very high pressing triggers, right, you get a lot of this. Let's move away, let's all react to the player and give you some space in the center. Then you see what's happened. It's like, oh, okay, never mind. It's all right. It's okay. Let's not get agitated. Okay. Oh my goodness. Another goal. Come on. We can't afford to lose, man. Nuama Tulaga, or what a turn, man, but his first touch is close control, not very good. Oh, nice. Cherky. You don't have to worry about your attacking group. Yeah, attacking group is fine. You also insist with a 4-3-3 for you today. Everybody is trying to convince me to play 4-3. I don't like 4-3-3 formations because it's a lot of work to get it to generate 4 XG a game. Yeah, I'm all about creating top high quality chances and entertaining football. That's my ridiculous style of play. Not meant for the. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this into a cut inside sit narrow. So he's gonna drive through the center because it's up. And then we're going. Hey, don't do this. Okay? This is insanity. Okay? This is where I'm going insane. Okay, I'm gonna do this for fun. 2 liberos and a halfback, right? So these 2 guys are pushing up. Okay. Cross on byline. Okay, again. Yeah, all right. Okay, let's go, man. Let's go. This is gonna be insanity. We want to do some insane stuff. Okay, we drop you 1 notch. Okay, all right. Let's go, baby. We want to see the insanity. But we don't have enough players, so that's a problem. We don't have enough players. No, I don't have enough players for 4-3-3. Yeah. Okay, look at the liberos. Now our rest defense. What's our rest defense? We ain't got no rest defense anymore. We got no rest. Everybody's attacking now. So when you lose the ball, you see them having to change positions. Liberos are pushing up aside the halfback. The wingback is also pushing up. Yeah. Don't know if this is gonna what this sounds like. But ever since we made the change, we've been on the front foot. No. Yeah. If you recall what's happening towards the end of the first half, right? They were the ones putting a lot of pressure on us, so we've decided to go get insane. Whether it's the right thing to do or not, I definitely think it's the wrong thing to do. But what's the point of not trying something, right? This is the idea behind this whole show. This is bring your tactics. So I can do some crazy stuff. Okay, there we go. There's no rest defense anymore. Right? Just like Joey Go Smash. Joey Go Smash only has 1 player in defense. This is worse. This doesn't even have a defender in defense. It's just got a halfback in defense. There we go. This is my rest defense. 1 man. 1 man on his own. Clinton Mata to this player. He holds out the ball. I mean, this could be great for work ball into low crosses. Beretut coming the ball and shoots. Okay. All right. Why is the thing so slow? Okay, go low cross. Okay. Something is really slow. I'm trying to put my finger to it. I think it's this. Okay. All right. Here we go. Another one. We are knocking on their door. We're literally trying to bang it open. Okay, here we go. Back. The fullback. Okay, there we go. Tolisso is the last man. Tolisso again. Recycles with Clinton Mata. Oh, yeah, we got a second goal. All right. Okay, so now we just go into like 1-man defense. No? Because one thing I don't like about 4-3-3s, right, is they're very defensive. Okay, now we go back to ball playing defender. We score a second goal. Now we drop it all back. We hunker. Okay, we got our second goal. Now we don't need to just depend on Tolisso anymore. So what we'll do is we bring on this who's this guy? Matic. Okay, he's not fast, but he'll be fine. Wama. Pretty terrible fella. That's not his name. I'm terrible. Okay, the other thing you gotta learn how to do is in Football Manager 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. You wonder where all this information is coming from. Believe me, it's all coming from a good place. Okay, you want to make sure that whenever you play halfback, the guy can play DC role position. There's the match engine does factor that into account, especially when you have roles like the inverted wingback, right? Fullback, DM. If you can find a player that can play both positions, you actually helping that role out. You know, you get more success out of that role. Yeah, don't tell me where I got the information from. You're not supposed to know. Don't ask. Some little birdie told me, or I basically did some deep dive into the match engine. Yeah, because when people use the SI match file, that's not actually deep diving into the match engine. That's like one layer that you've got only on the match engine. Okay, so we got the goal. Now we're becoming quite a nuisance. Okay, this is fun. We scored the goal and become now you see that they got highlights, because our libero said that we knew it. You see that what has happened? They are the ones attacking us. Okay, now what we do? We go back in here. How dare you attack me? Where do you think this has come from? We shall not allow you to attack us anymore. We return to our libero setup. I go, hey, highlight is mine now. Haha, that was easy enough. Highlight is mine again. Why is that the case? Why? Why is that happening, guys? It's happening because what you have done is you have basically gone into the game and told the game, hey, you know what? I'm pushing more players into attack. That's what I'm doing with liberos. So the game looks at it as, okay, you're pushing more players into attack. All right. That's how we read it. And now, okay. Boom, shaka. There we go. Lag now. We only had made one or two subs. Matic now with the ball goes back to the keeper. Can't see any way out. Kaletaka, Clinton Mata. Now we liberos on defense. Now we're not playing on support. So they're not really going too far up. So they're just they're just going there now. Last couple of minutes, we go libero on support. All this is going to die, the dodo bird. FM26 comes out, there will be no more support attack duties. You know what? I'm going to be very sad when that happens. Because last time, this game is so easy. All you got to do is defend, support, defend, Or defended. Defended, nicely done. They're not all running for the same. Well, look at this, man. Libero's getting involved. Look at this. Look at the way they attack. So this is something you can do with your game. Does anyone know if 3 BPDs work? Yeah, 3 BPDs work. Yeah, they can work. Yeah, I would definitely think about adding a bit of stay wider to the outer 2 BPDs. And then because you got BPDs, right, they can play through balls. They're a bit more attacking minded than wide centre backs. So you might want to give them more to aim for as well. Oh, come on, Omari. Omari decided to be dirty here. Hatchet job. Benoit Milo, the referee, obviously doesn't like him very much. Gave him a yellow card for all their effort. Oh, they're well defended. Omari now with the ball. Jay White! Oh, you have no legs on you. I thought he was going to get away. Defended. Look, nice defending. Double liberos. Liberos waiting to attack. Look at that. Look at this. Through the center we go. Okay. Focus way to the middle. Everyone comes to the middle now. Let's go. Aye. Okay, come on. My highlight next. Please. Let's go. The stampede through the middle. Oh, the keeper is like, where the does this come from, man? This is like the charge of the light brigade. It was quite fun to do this. In my head I was thinking it's very possible. Because this tactic, the 4-3-3, doesn't have many players in attack. Okay, punches this. Oh, what a shot. Luca Perry tips it over the bar. Nice save from the keeper. Again, the defending. Oh. How does Football Manager determine the best goal of the year in the game yearly? And say what are the metrics? I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea. Maybe I think I don't think maybe the lowest X. I don't know. I can't say. Anything that I say will be a complete random guess. I can ask, but I don't know if they will answer my question because I think it's got to do with the difficulty of the shot, the difficulty of the attempt. But then how does the game... the game does account for that within XG, I guess. But very hard for me to say. Yeah. Like the Puskas Award or whatever you call that, right? That'll be a great way to find out. But find out, maybe I'll ask somebody. I'll probably ask someone. Yeah. Ask them how the game determines the best goal. All right, so we saw that. And then first change I made to the tactic was ask this guy to be a central player, right? So instead of having a 3-1, what we did was we told the wing back to play narrow. So as he plays narrow, he actually comes here during the build-up. Then the second half, I decided to become even more insane. Now with this guy going forward, right? This guy holding his position, I also told these two guys to push forward. So these two guys will push forward, and then what will happen is that we get these two. I get like a group of players that can use each other to transition the ball up quickly up the pitch. But then my rest defense is one joker, which is a bit suicidal. Okay, all right, so next tactic. I think one more. I think this is from Tiki Press, your tactic. Tiki. Another 4-3-3. Wow, a lot of love into the 4-3-3s. Pick again. Akukaku. Very good. What is this? 3 playmakers. Roaming playmaker, AP, DLP, holding position, CD, wing back. What is this wing back doing? Also just... Why would he have a wing back here? When you have a trequartista here. AP, I think you got too many cooks trying to make something nice in the kitchen. You confuse everybody. Complete forward, roaming, trequartista, soon to be dead role. Nobody's going to be playing it anymore because nobody wants to use a trequartista. Trequartista is super creative, and super creative. A bit too many, yeah. I probably would not be it's a bit too many. Who's this Fofana? It's not Wesley Fofana, is he? Malik Fofana, not. All right. We've had to go in and depend on our youth players because apparently the rest of the team is injured. Okay. Let's go. Looking at this, your roaming playmaker is going to shoot up. Your AP is going to shoot up. So basically, what's going to happen in your tactic is going to be quite dramatic. Your rest defense only is a 2-1. And you got a DLP holding his position. So generally in this kind of a setup, again, I would like whenever I see a lot, thing about 4-3-3, they kind of do well if you can get this guy to come into the center. Yeah. So you get more passing options. Problem is you got this roaming playmaker is going to go up, right? So as you go, right, you're going to have a lopsided shape. Yeah, I did your first 4-2-3-1. I looked at it, man. Rich. Yeah, so right now your problem is this fullback here. He's gonna come in. He's not gonna. He depends, right? Some of the fullbacks might cut inside, some might not. So this one is definitely you want him to cut inside, then you definitely have to put this in. Sit narrow. You didn't add this. Cut inside the ball is not enough. You got to ask him to be sitting narrow as well, so that he comes in and supports that role. Have you ever managed Fire Note in the new FM? Not in the new FM, but I managed Fire Note before. Yeah. I managed most of the Dutch clubs. And what a pass. Tempo a bit high. They're waiting on. See, when you create this kind of tactic, when you got relatively high tempo, right, you're going to see a lot of this, like, oh, let's get the ball into the area and somebody's going to shoot. So if you have a very good world-class striker, yeah, why not? But if you want to, you end up becoming a team that's only reliant on one goal scorer. So quite dangerous. My opinion is In my opinion, unless you have a very good team. I mean, very good teams, of course, high tempo is great for them. But sometimes you're not a very good team. So what do? You drop your tempo, get more of your players involved. So far, you're doing okay. Look, I'm looking at this role. This roaming player is going to keep moving up. This guy is also going to move up. So really, your three are these guys. They're very important. See, this guy has to come inside. So he's not sitting narrow. It's enough. He sometimes will cut inside and sometimes won't. Because he has likes to stay wide as a trait. And low cross. Oh, okay. Your tempo is very low. Mid block now. 4-3-3 mid block. 4-3-3 mid block, and you have a trequartista. Elio, in a mid block, don't play trequartista. Unless you're so confident that you don't need to defend that flank. Yeah. Because if you're going to play a trequartista, you're really playing a formation where this guy is defending as well. Right, because you're not going to depend on a trequartista to defend. And this guy is going to have to come up and down. This guy's going to hustle back up and down again to help you win the ball. See the defenders, how many times they've had to do last-ditch tackles. When you see yellow cards and you do defenders, that's a sign that your tactic has got a lot of last-ditch tackles that have to be done because you don't have the players in the right positions to transition the ball. Nice. Again, I mean, it's looking good at trequartista. Basically, your entire team is feeding this one striker. So if you have, this is what you want to do, right, in your tactical system, just leave it. If this is what you have, like you want to get like 60 goal scorer, then I will stick with this setup right now. But you need that. You need all the players to be good. You need like a lot of good players in this tactic. I wouldn't change it if that's your goal. But it's very dependent on the one fella. You're probably going to have a trequartista as your goal scorer, or you're going to have your complete forward as your main goal scorer. One of the two of them will end up being a goal scorer. If it works, then don't change it. Yeah, I wouldn't, because it's like a tactic that's set up for just a few, like one or two goal scorers in your tactic, the way I see it. Track or the complete forward, that's it. Track will feed the complete forward, or the complete forward will feed the track. Yeah. And then because you've got low tempo, is nice as well, because when you don't have those rapid attacks, right, then you're like what's the word for it? You're parking your ass in the opponent's turn. I probably wouldn't play an F9 in this tactic. I think complete forward is the better role. A complete forward and attack is the best role. Yeah, you got a complete forward. I'll leave it the way it is. Except fairly wide, okay. Low cross, okay. Up, yeah, that's about it. I won't change anything else. Most of the roles are okay. Here, I'll just add sit narrower. But even then, also, I don't think you should be. This guy is going to go forward anyway. Let him cut inside, don't sit narrow. Because the roaming playmaker is going to go up the pitch, so you don't really need to sit narrow. So he'll just cut inside when he can. But like all mid blocks, depends on your strikers and your finishers in front. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Clinton Mata will have to come off. Do I have another? I don't think so. I only got this guy, Kumbeli. Okay, that's one. Who else can I bring on? There's nobody else, man. This whole team is a case of let's hope for the best and not struggle. I probably would not play roaming playmaker in this tactic. Yeah, it's one too many. Yeah. I probably just change his role to something like a box to box, or just to get him up the pitch. That's it, Zala. Mazzala will give you a bit more width. Yeah. I think roaming playmaker is a bit much in this tactic. Because you don't really expect him to be scoring a lot of goals, right? So I would just leave it like Mazzala, AP, DLP. Not too many. I think you don't need a roaming playmaker. Because you got too many players dropping. The roaming playmaker, remember, right? He does come back and help you defend as well. There's a lot of running around that you need to do. So you might as well have, you already got so many players helping you in the defensive transition. Why do you need another one? A roaming playmaker will help you defend too. So why do you need a guy to do it too? There's a bit too many players defending. So I think you just leave a Mazzala here much better. It gives your tactic a bit more attacking. I'll probably, yeah, that's it. That's the only thing I need to change. Otherwise, roaming playmaker makes this tactic. I mean, if you as your goal and you just want to grind out, dominate, and grind out results, and you got a very good team, go with it. Yeah, I think in most cases I'll just go with roaming playmaker. Track code. Now we run out of players already. I ain't got no more players, man, for this. These are all my kids. Taglafico, come on, let him play. Never plays. Wamit can come in here. I'll play Wamit for Katilataka. I think Omari is semi-decent jumping reach. Okay, alright. See, like I said, right, this tactic not going to give you a lot of shots on goal. Yeah, if you want, if that's your goal, then go ahead. I'm not into the whole pass it to I'm crazy tactics, because I always find that I'm into the highest XG tactics. Like, I want to make tactics which have got a lot of goal scoring opportunities, entertaining me all the way. Yeah. So for me, my average XG for a tactic, I mean, talking about not just the team XG here, the average XG for me, for my tactics, must be about 2 high twos. That's what I aim for in all my tactics. And then minimum of 3 chances in a game that are 0.4 open play. That's what I do. Yeah, I know it can be. What I'm saying is a 4-3-3 can be very defensive. It's good. Yeah, just keep it going, man. I like it. I mean, it's good, decent. I'm not saying it's a bad tactic. Yeah. Everybody has their, the styles of play that they're after. And I'm very happy to see that you've achieved yours, man. You wanted a high possession tactic, which generates a lot of passing. I think it's great. Yeah. Because you can get a lot of success. Because when you play the roaming playmaker, it's very defensive. No? Then you like now, right? We got the lead, right? I'm sure you do this as well. You drop the roaming playmaker. That's it. Game over. AI is not coming back. As long as you got the right players in midfield, AI is not coming back. Because now you got another player coming back to help you defend, and you got on the left. That's your left flank. Okay, we just lost our track. That's it. This team is slow. Sorry, when you leave it to the S-man to do your preseason, don't expect to have a full team. I don't think we're going to have much of a team left, man. I don't know if you got... I might have to go to the in-game editor and just because we're doing Bring Your Tactics, remove all injuries from this team. Yeah, I'm a newly promoted in 7 players network game and I only considered 2 goals in last. Yeah, keep it up, man. It'll be very hard for you to... Yeah, because it's a 4-3-3. 4-3-3s are very, very good defensively. We conceded a goal. Just when I said it, very good defensively, we conceded a goal. It's the only thing I don't like. I need high XG in my tactics, not high possession. Hey DK, how are you, man? All original, everybody's creating their own tactics, which is fine. This is a tactic that somebody made that generates like about 900 passes per game. Okay. So, I mean, it's okay. If this is what you like, enjoy. Yeah. Okay, next. I think I think we've seen quite a few of the tactics on Dropbox already. Yeah, I've got all of them. I'm gonna go to the public folder. I think we've got a few here. And then we're gonna download all of it. Yeah, I'll play random with some random tactics and talk about the rest. And now I'm just gonna go to this whole squad and remove injuries because we got too many players injured. Okay. I got way too many players injured. There's no point doing this kind of saves with all these players injured. Hey, we left as the assman to do all the training. Now what? Yeah, go for 1,000 passes. All right. What have we got now? Okay. Yeah, we got so many injuries. Look at that. All right. Now we're gonna have to pop in this tactics. Delete this. The downloads, public, extract all. Put this here and select folder, extract, done. If any of you on Discord, let me know. I have to play a tactic all the way. Yeah, the ones I just looked at. All right, we've got. I will start with this tactic first. 4-3-3. It's another 4-3-3. A lot of 4-3-3s. What the thing about 4-3-3 is you always defend with 7 players. Okay, so you want to make it attacking. You gotta I think this is fine. Right defense up. Yeah, okay. You can use. I will remove the passing. You don't make it too short. Don't do this. Remove this. Bring your passing to mix. Don't do that. And then don't distribute. Why you gonna distribute to a specific teammate? Remove this option. You don't need this. Okay. I would remove that completely. Okay. Because if you want to play something like this, just do this. Play our defense to your back line. Give your option to as many players as you can. Since you got 2 ball playing defenders, such thing is if I give it to this guy and then you'll have a better attacking pattern. It doesn't work that way. Yeah. Okay. This is fine. Focusing play. I dropped this. You need a bit more width because you're using rolls to get up the pitch. You got fullbacks are gonna look inside for the first pass. You got ball playing defenders. Sometimes his AP is gonna be quite far forward. These two are quite high up the pitch. So chances are he could run into trouble. Cross less often, cross on byline, sit narrow. Why do you want him to sit narrow here and then go to the byline here to cross? Don't need that. Okay, just leave this. Let him cross from where he wants to, because what's going to happen is he's going to work with the other roles across the ball. You can remove that. Yeah, sit narrow, mark tighter, not for him. Because mark tighter on these guys, you're going to run into trouble. Have you ever seen fullbacks mark tight? You know what happens to fullbacks who mark tight? If they end up with a winger who's got very good agility and acceleration, they get turned. Nobody does. You never tell a fullback to mark tight, because it's one of the probably the worst PI you can give a fullback. You choose who to mark tight based on opposition instructions. So if you look at opposition players and they have very good acceleration, agility, first touch, your mark tight is going to skin your own fullback. So what you want to do is you want to pay attention to the opposition. If they got poor first touch, right, they got low acceleration, low dribbling, then you mark tight. So that's how you do it. You use OIs for mark tight for your fullbacks. Don't ask them to mark tight like this. Dangerous. It's suicidal football. I wouldn't do that. This is fine. Pass it shorter. Remove this. If you want to pass it shorter, just play a central defender. I don't play a ball playing defender. Right. Super keep on attack. Pass it shorter again. Yeah. Play if you want him not to, then play super keep on support. Alright. Don't have to play a super keep on attack. Trap outside or remove this. The only reason why trap outside, you're funnily play down the flanks and you're telling your players to stop crosses. What does this do? Okay. Stop cross makes your defensive team defend wider. So there's going to be more gaps. So your players are staying further away from each other. And then you're telling them to give up the flanks, as in don't let them pass without you tackling them. As in show them down the flanks. I trust, remove this instruction. Stop crosses, just defend wider. So you're not going to tuck in. So what this instruction actually does is, as the ball comes this way, these guys are wider, right? So what will happen is these guys are going to try and engage the opposition team players. And he might engage earlier. That's what's going to happen. Now, if you don't want your fullbacks to engage early, then you remove this instruction. If you want them to tuck inside as in form of 4 and let these two guys do a lot of the work, you do this. If you're not sure, uncheck. So my advice is don't play with this and don't play with this yet. So I would just leave this alone. Trap inside and trap outside, I will leave it alone because there are times when it's brilliant. Okay, it's quite situational. Like if I would trap outside if I want to counter attack down the flanks because I've got great wingers and I've got target man. Like I play a 4. If I'm playing a 4-2-4, I'll trap outside a lot of the time. Why? If I'm playing a 4-2-4, I want to soak the pressure because I've got 2 wingers on attack. Okay, they'll launch the counter attack because I'm letting them come here because I know my players are going to do this, invite the cross. So I am letting them come down my flanks. Okay, then I'm telling my fullbacks to tuck inside because I want them to cross the ball. Because the moment they cross the ball, I got 2 ball playing defense, 1 DLP, and I'm launching a counter attack down the flanks because I got 2 guys in front. That's how you use these instructions, right? So if what I saw just now won't work for you because it's going to be too dangerous. Plus, on top of that, you got DLF, so there's no point you using that trap outside because when you're counter attacking, you're not really counter attacking to take advantage of a guy in the area that you can cross the ball to early to score goals, right? So remove that. Hold shape, regroup. This is a very defensive tactic. Now, when you do hold shape, every time you lose the ball, your team is just, okay, let's move the ball around and try and create some goal scoring opportunities. Every time you lose the ball, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're asking them to run back. So you're going to tire these players out a lot. If you're going to play with 4-3-3, uncheck this. Just uncheck this because you can leave your team to decide when to counter press. Because counter press is like a 10-second thing, right? Within 10 seconds, they have to try and win the ball back if they've just lost possession. Okay, that can work for you. If you want to regroup, every time you lose the ball, your players are going to come back into this position and then they're just going to, this is a tactic which is just going to move teams around trying to score goals. That's it. So if you've got very, very good players, this is what you do. But be more disciplined while you're telling your team to run a defense, kind of like, okay, this is a very strange tactic, okay? Because it's got a lot of instructions that have got defensive focus, and then you've got things like I want to do a low cross, I want to get to the byline and do a cutback, I want to run at the defenders and I want to dribble more. But then you got to be more disciplined as well. It's like okay, so where's you? And then you got you're holding shape, trying to move a team around and try to carve out goal scoring opportunities. On top, you got regroup. So you've got a lot of these instructions that just seem to run contrary to each other. So my opinion is, if you want to create a tactic right now and you want to go score lots of goals, okay, why would you want to be more disciplined now? What are you doing right in defense? So I would just uncheck this. In fact, be more expressive would be much more useful for you because your team is trying to create goal scoring opportunities by moving another team around. So I would say be more expressive is a much more valuable instruction, including right in defense, because when your players have the ball, you want them to take on defenders instead of passing to the feet all the time. So when they get the ball, you are trying to take on defenders. And another thing that can help you out now is pass into space, because what's going to happen is you got DLF on attack dropping, you got inside forward attacking this space, you got AP also trying. So pass into space can be useful, especially since now you're not a team that you're moving teams around trying to score goals a lot. No, this is like a very defensive shake-up. So if you want to play this tactic, you got to play with a really good team. You got to move the team around and try and score lots of goal scoring options. You're trying to score a lot of goals. In fact, this guy, instead of AP, I'll probably play a CM on attack. So now you got a player attacking this way, you got inside forward. I mean, you can play this. AP on attack also can go in and score goals, and then maybe he'll beat this guy. But winger, box to box comes into this area. DLF is dropping here. AP might come in to score goals for you. Inside forward coming this way. This is your rest defense, holding a shape down. Yeah, move them around and try some. This is a lot of through balls through the middle. All right. I'll just jack up the width a bit more. Yeah. So, this is you're gonna see a lot of through balls through the middle. But I just move it up a bit more, just so you don't depend on that entirely. Yeah, I'll just play like this. Where your PIs here? Shoot more often, mark tighter, roam from position. Why do you want him to roam? Get further forward. He's already attacking. He's gonna be up here anyway. Mark tighter, okay, roam from position, get further forward. You can see that. Shoot more often, mark tighter. Okay, don't tell me you got hold position. If you wanted to hold position, right? If you wanted to hold position, okay, fine. You can use a DM on support. Or you can actually use a DLP on support, but I'll leave this. Yeah, BPD, okay, fullback, cross aim near post, sit narrow. He's gonna tuck. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you see, you got sit narrower here, and just now you had trap. You had like stop cross. The two instructions don't work together. No, play instruction and team instructions, they got to sync, man. Yeah, you'll get into an AP on attack will get into the box. Yeah, so now sit narrower means when the opposition is attacking me also, what's going to happen is this guy doesn't commit first. Yeah. This guy is mark specific position. Oh, please don't tell me you're doing a DL. Okay, I mean, this is okay. It only works in a defensive phase. Yeah, that's about it. It won't be, and it'll definitely attack your counter attacks. Cross aim near post. Cross aim near post. Okay, all right. AP might get into those goal scoring positions. Yeah, I'll just leave it like this. Yeah, I'll remove some of the others. I remove some of the others, right? I remove the distribute. In fact, if I were you, right, I just play like this. No DIs. Just leave it like this. Yeah, full press is fine. Yeah, standard defense. And since you're not committing everybody anyway. Yeah, so like this. Just remove your. Yeah, just remove all the rest of the instructions and just keep it like this. Don't play with a counter press, regroup, hold shape. Yeah, just leave it. If you want a hold shape, yeah, but I probably uncheck this. This is fine. You know, if your team is good enough, let them make the decisions on their own. All right, next tactic. Let's see. I want to play mid block, low block counter attack in the use for hoof and half. I want to use round outer grace. I don't want to use. I tell you something. Whenever you're on you don't play a. Okay, this is. Oh god, this is gonna be a crazy. This is not a mid block tactic. I'll tell you why. The mid block is you. 1, 2, 3, 4 are not involved in the attack. This cannot work as a mid block. You're going to end up conceding a lot of goals. Because first, your roaming playmaker is going to go up and down. Right? This guy is a no-nonsense fullback. Okay, if I wanted to play this as a mid block, right, I'll play this as an inverted fullback on defense. That's it. This guy's, I form a tree now. So I go out, right? So then, but the problem is going to be this role. This role moving forward. So if you want to do this, you go play deep line playmaker on support. That's it. Or you can play a deep line playmaker on defense. Ramdauter is not going to score you any goals in this tactic. I'm sorry to say this. None whatsoever. He's not going to score anything for you because your Ramdauter is just gonna, you know, don't play a Ramdauter in a mid block. That's all. Just play inside for an attack. Okay. Ramdauter is a bad role for a mid block because you need these guys to help you when they come back. It's a mid block. You want to do mid block, get the roles right. Otherwise, you're going to struggle. Yeah, so just leave it like this. You got a mid block. You got a pretty solid mid block now, right? DM, and then here, if you're going to do a mid block, then send this guy up forward. The winger attack, inside forward attack, advance forward. And this guy's drop. Now you got yourself a mid block. Hit early cross, pass into space fairly wide. Be more expressive. You got the players now depending. This guy's going to launch one. This inverted fullback will drop in. You got a 3. This guy comes up. You got a 3. You basically got a 2-3 now. Now you got 2-3 because this guy's going to come up into midfield. You got a lot of, and you're soaking pressure and launching the counter attack. So this guy can be a target forward, a complete forward attack. And then what you can do with these guys is mark tighter, tackle harder. Yeah, fine. If you want, you can also tell these guys to help you. This is it. Yeah, this is it. Just leave it like that as a mid block. Okay. I mean, this could. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if this works. I'm just going to try this for fun. Okay. I'll just change the tactic first. And a lot of it depends on whether you got the players for it. If you don't have a high-end jumping reach and the players to work hard, then you're gonna be in trouble. Okay, we got him. Kuko and Veretu. Veretu. Okay, yeah, we'll try him out. We lost a few players, right? Oh, sorry. My bad. I was muted all the way. I didn't know, man. Devin said, thanks, man. I didn't know I was muted. I was coughing away. So I think when you do a mid block like this, you got to be very careful. You want to get your right players in the middle. Yeah, I was muted again. I was coughing away. Can't help myself. I got asthma, so it's very annoying. All right. I am probably annoying for you guys as well. So we're doing a mid block proper this time. So I'm gonna play this tactic as a mid block. Now, when I play a mid block, right, the idea here is that I will never use certain roles in the mid block. Ramdaughter, Traquatisa, all gone. I'll drop them off. Okay, there's no point. Okay, those guys are not coming back to help you defend. But you need those. I mean, you can use like two Traquatistas. They'll drop deep and just be an outlet. And then Ramdaughter, on the other hand, I won't, because he's just out there waiting for counter attacks to happen. Maybe I don't know. I'm not a big round. Maybe I'm just role discrimination. Possible. So we got this counter. You guys see what he's done? Okay, good. These guys are not overcommitting. What's the cutoff age for training? So hard to find players with good concentration. Cutoff age for training? I mean, 28. They can still develop attributes. You can always redistribute attributes even when they're older. So it works both ways. So you don't have to worry. You can redistribute the attributes once they get a bit when they're older. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Boom. They didn't work. They didn't win the ball back. So we got the right. We had the right idea, but the boys didn't win the ball. Just didn't win the ball. The first. Okay. No, the cross. Right, the defense. You gotta play low block or mid block. Better have defenders. Better have players who can win the ball. That's all. Don't play mid block because your team is not good enough. Your mentality doesn't matter. It's your players that matter. Mentality just means your players are I'm taking less risk with the ball. I'm not just hoofing it up. Mentality has got nothing to do whether you can use it in mid block or not. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with that. Yeah, I just want to make sure we don't waste possession of the ball when we have the ball. I want to make sure that we use the ball judiciously. And then the mentality just affects my block as well. As in the defensive line, the line of engagement. Yeah, why complete forward? Did I choose complete forward? I think I chose complete forward. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I know Fofana is basically Single digit attributes. Man, I'm playing single digit attributes in Champions League game. Lyon doesn't have players, is it? Yeah. Alright. It's not too bad. Yeah. Okay. Get stuck in, trap outside. Okay, I'm gonna drop this even more. Yeah, we don't have the players for this tank thing. Because you're gonna play mid block, those guys that are in attack, right? Better be able to deal. Like it's a structured tactic. You want those guys to be able to do a lot of the attack on their own, like beat the play and just go. Yeah, that's what you want in these kind of tactics. These players run off and be able to handle the stuff on their own. We don't want to have to depend on the rest of the players to come back to support them. But if you notice, right, this guy kept losing the ball. Cherky is useless. And because Cherky keeps losing the ball. Who can I play instead of Cherky? This guy is useless. This guy, maybe this guy. Runs the ball to center. Okay. Alright, that's what we'll try. Yeah, take out Cherky. We got some attacking patterns mid block. Mentality, if your tactic is if your roles and duties are not set up right, then your mentality is irrelevant. Always choose the right roles and duties for your job. See, look at that. Even when I'm playing, right, with such a low, what's the word for it? Pressing intensity, right? The trigger is so low, no? But my players are still doubling up. A standard defensive line mid block. Okay, I'm gonna do a boom. I want you to get involved in the attack. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna try and get involved in the attack. Pass into space, rush. Okay, alright. I want the fullbacks to get involved already. That's our fullbacks word. Oi, we almost got a goal. We are just offside only. Alright, we're gonna have to think about this kid of Fofana. Wait, do I prevent short goalkeeper distribution? No, right? Okay, good. I check that. But we don't want prevent short goal. Yeah, good. That was the block. Now we just have to transition quickly. Alright. Nice. Nice. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Of course. The deeper my block, you see, okay, why did I reduce my trigger press? Because I'm doing this now. Much higher defensive line. Look at everybody's going to overlap. Why would I want everybody to go and run around like chickens, man? The idea here is, you win the ball by forcing the team that's got the ball to try and pass around you. You don't win the ball by tackling. First rule of football, every coach is going to yell at you if you slide in on another player. Football 101. You learn this when you're playing football. Why did you slide? You know how many times your coaches will yell at you? They will yell at you, man. They'll give you no peace after that. You get into a lot of trouble. No coach will want to see you go in on an opposition player. They rather you hold your position. That's why when Liverpool played Man City, Trent Alexander-Arnold wasn't tackling Doku. He was just trying to close down the passing lane for Doku. That's it. Making it harder for Doku, showing him wide. So now ever since we did that, we look a lot better. I mean, now it's a bit late. I had to tweak it on the fly. So this is basically how we play like a mid-block. Now I'm mid-block with these guys attacking and I'm trying to counter. Okay, I'm just going to play this guy as a target for an attack. I got wing on attack inside 4. So if this guy goes attacking, right, this guy gives us a way. He might cross the ball for these two. And then we got this running at defense. Because we have these three, they can just handle the defense on their own. Hopefully, if it works, man. So far, so good. Looking much better. So we're playing a 4-2-3-1 mid block. Now we're in terms of creating opportunities for the opposition. Opposition has at 0.36 xg, which is the whole goal behind a good mid block. Unfortunately for us, we didn't win this game. Oh, we didn't do so well. We conceded a goal before I realized my mistakes. That's terrible pass. But the player that's playing that pass was a DLP. But if you want to do a mid block, you got to understand what you're doing with a mid block. I would never recommend anybody play a mid block or a low block unless they know what they're doing. Because it's far more easier to create attacking tactics. You know, play a mid block, then you got to think about, hey, you know what? We're going to defend. Mid block means we're only doing our defending around here. Okay. These guys are probably not going to help you defend because they're too far away. You need the counter attack because you need those guys to be able to hit on the counter, right? So I'm depending on these three only. So that's how you look at the mid block. You have to plan it. Then you don't have to play it on attacking. You can play them. You can play mid blocks on defending, defensive mentality, balanced mentality as well. So here we got a 4-2-3-1 step up. Let's look at this first. Okay, I'd probably drop this prevent shot goal because you're not actually okay. Let's try something. Okay, if you play like this, I want you to drop this all the way down to here. Okay, or here. You don't want everybody reacting, so you're forcing that team to play around you. This way, what's going to happen is a lot of the opposition team players are going to still be able to pull your players out of position because step up more, get stuck in any white cross. So invite crosses just means that you're going to play very narrow. So I would probably just drop it all the way up to here, just to be on the safe side. Okay, you got a standard or higher defensive line is fine. DM is fine. Double. This is a good tactic, but yeah, roam from position is exactly my tactic. Yeah, hold up ball, sit narrow, can mark specific positions, remove it. You don't need it. Yeah, this tactic is going to put so much pressure. You don't need this instruction. Hold up ball. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. I mean, it's a very standard tactic. Stay white. Yeah, I wouldn't change this tactic. What, you got tackle harder? No, you don't need tackle harder in the center. Just don't do that. What you do here is probably take more risk and take less risk. So you got to pivot. So you don't take fewer risks. You got to pivot. Other than that, pass into space. This can be useful. Probably I would go this way, remove this. Yeah, just remove the play for set pieces. Pass into space is okay. Inside for fullback. Yeah, leave it. Yeah, this is fine. Don't dribble more. This is last year's instructions. Okay. I just remove these two. Add these two. This one can cross on by and cut inside. Cut inside with the ball, stay wider. Okay. So when he gets the ball, you want him to come inside, and then otherwise defensively. Okay, you got this invite cross and you got stay wider. Okay, stay wider. Okay. Problem with stay wider now is that it's gonna run, it's gonna also kick in during your defensive phase. I would remove this if I see a lot of times I'm exposing myself down the flanks. Okay? If you're exposing yourself down the flanks, remove this instruction straight away. That's all. Tackle harder, I will remove this as well. Because the moment these two guys get yellow card, your game is done. Yeah, that's it. If the players aren't good enough, they beat the press easily. The thing is, whether or not, the thing is this, right? If they beat the press, then your second ball, you might have the wrong players in the center of the park. Oh, hey, say it loudly. FM Arena most tested tactic reinvented by someone. I mean, I've been using this tactic. I've been using it for a long time. No, there's the very first 4-2-3-1 I created on Football Manager. Yeah, this is the very first 4-2-3-1 I created on Football Manager. The double DM. In fact, I was using the double DMs last year. Remember? Yeah, I was using a lot of double DMs last year. Same, inside for. You can use the hold up ball if you want, or you don't need to. Not important. See narrower. The idea here behind this tactics, you can even do this. Okay, then you remove these two. Okay. Now this tactic becomes very, very strong if you do this. Okay, just add this instruction. They attack through the middle because these two guys are anchoring. These two guys are holding up, right? Sitting narrow, right? I would, okay, here now, what we want to do is, no, now we stay wide. Stay wider, actually. Stay wider. No, now it's going to be a problem defensively. We're going to create a problem defense. So this guy now, we leave him as inside forward, is fine. Hold up, ball mark tight, yeah, can. Just remove the instruction, just go. Now we don't want him to sit narrow. Then we all run into the same trouble. Too much going on. Now, the thing here is this, right? This is one of the reasons why I ended up using this role as the most effective role in this tactic. Then I remove these two. Okay. And what I get is this. This is my 4-2-3-1. This is the one I made. Boom, boom, this way. These two guys are giving the width. So these two guys attack this way. This guy roam and from position tackle. Otherwise, he's going to drop in. He's going to go here or here. Yeah. So this becomes extremely, extremely dangerous. So there's plenty of ways, but I would do it that way. Okay, so wait, we did this 3-4-1-2 Nova Tactica, 4-2-3-1 heavy metal. We just did this. Nova Tactica. And please, I mean, the number of times one of my tactics has been tested here and then gone into FM Arena. Quite annoying. Tackle harder. Libero. Tackle harder. Wing back. That tactic. Yeah, I was using. Yeah, it's okay lah. It doesn't matter, Most of the tactics all get all either off naps tactics or mine. All of them coming from the same base. What are you gonna do? Say it loudly. Can't get upset. Right? Everybody's making the same thing. So what you're gonna do? Everybody's using the one version of the tactic or another, and then everybody gets like. And then the funny thing is, you go to FM Arena, right? You'll find, I went to FM Arena once just to have a look. And then they actually have a dispute center. I started laughing away because the people were going, yeah, you copied my tactic, you didn't change one team instruction. I'm like, dude, seriously, you copied Nap's tactic. I was thinking to myself, no, that tactic is not yours to begin with. No, because it's, at one point it was a case of, oh God, do I have to come out with all 50? At one point I was creating all the tactics in doing demo and release all them at the same time. So it's very funny. So it's annoying. This whole whose tactic is this one or that tactic, or they have a website that claims that we have a independent. We help you verify whether your tactic is genuine or anybody's plagiarizing a tactic. I think it's the funniest thing in the world. It's incredibly childish. Yeah, I know. I'm sick. Yeah, I probably am too. I'm sick of people saying, look at what I've done. Yeah, I know. And then it's enough. I already had enough people using my, I already had people like, there's one content creator also, not a blogger actually. Basically, didn't know anything about Football Manager until I helped him out. And then after that, now he's a bit of a... full of himself, I guess. But I can't be bothered. I'm 60 years old and I don't give a shit. Tired. I don't handle children anymore. Yeah. I got 2 kids of my own. I got 4 boys. I don't need any. I don't handle some grumpy old man over there being a child. He's already got enough angry temper issues. Work on the space saying on stream at World Cup FL is my tactic. I know. Everybody's claiming the tactic, right? It's like stupid. And then when I started using 2 double DMs and 2 ball winning midfields, people says it couldn't work. And I'm like, okay. Right. That's why I said we don't go there. Too many children in the world. Okay, so looking at a 3-4-2-1. Let's look at a 3-4-2-1, right? Okay, we got this. Run wide with ball. Okay, looking at this tactic, let's just play this one out as well. Okay. We'll go to the next game. I think about 3-4-2-1s. They are good tactics, no? They handle the box quite well. Oh, shucks. I didn't even... Oh, sheesh. Damn it. I didn't even set up my team properly. We're going to have to go in there and wing this, man. I don't even know whether we got the right players. We let the ass-man decide. Okay, 3-4-2-1 problem. It's a great tactic. It's probably the best system. This probably the best system against the boxer. No, this is not. Sorry, this is a 3-4-1-2. No. This is an okay tactical system. Yeah, the moment you do that, libero going long, go libero defense. Okay, more direct low crosses. Why you want to go direct low crosses? Well, you want the whole team to get up the pitch before you score goals. I forget it. Drop this to mix. You're playing a low block with a back. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to play this, man. I'm making that many changes. Holy cow! Look at the tactic, and I'm getting worried already. Yeah, that's why we don't want mix. We don't want low crosses, man. In a low block. Why you create? It is insanity, you know. You don't want a low cross with a low block. Okay. All right. Mixed cross or floated. Thank you very much. Why would you want to have a low block and then expect your whole team to get up the pitch for you to do a low cross? Low crosses is when you get everybody up the pitch to help you score goals, no? Oh. Low cross is when you do cutbacks. The guys have to go to the wing. You have to control the final third to have a very good low block tactic, right? A 3-4-2-1 is a low block. Is kind of crazy because your wing backs have to be in the right place to defend all the time, and then your counters have to be. You have to have the right roles for counters. So you're looking at like a target man, advance forward, minimum for your attacking pattern, and maybe even the guy up there should be a shadow AP on attack, target forward, advance forward. That's how I set it up. I won't play shadow striker. DLFS is too much funkiness in the tactic. Okay, we're just gonna leave this, and I'm gonna change it. Why do I have to wait? Okay, let's just change it first. Okay, AP on attack, or rather AP on support, and then we can play this guy as a target forward. On attack, advance forward. Okay, so we do it this way. No. Tempo. We want tempo to be fast. Why slow? Yeah. We want the tempo to be really fast. We don't need work ball into box. We're playing low block. If you're gonna play a low block, trap, invite cross. Okay, then we're gonna counter on the flanks with these two guys, and then we're gonna drop early crosses. Ding ding ding. Okay, all right, and then we're gonna pass into the space. Okay, so it becomes a real countering tactic. Move, roam. Okay. And then these guys, more direct crossing center, run wide ball, stay wider. Tackle harder. We don't need stay wider. We don't need run wide ball. We don't need crossing center. We just want crossing target forward. That's it. Don't waste time. All this crossing center, don't waste my time. Go target forward. You can play any role as a target forward. I can play any play as a target forward. Okay? Don't have to worry. Okay, CD, libero defense, CD. Okay, done. Or in fact, what we'll do is we don't play CD, we play ball playing defenders. 2 ball playing defenders, even better still. Why? They can do line passes. Tackle harder, we don't need. Or what we want is mark tighter on the outer players. Okay. So these two guys they don't let players get into the hole so easily. All right, then what we want from these guys is that's enough. Okay, stay wider. Stay wider. We need stay wider. Stay wider. Not really, let's not put stay wider just yet. Okay. All right, that's what we want. Okay. So we do something like that instead now. Okay. So now what we have is a very counter-attacking low block 3-4-2-1. Okay. The only other thing I haven't done is what's the other one? The prevent shot goalkeeper distribution. No, not that. Sorry, the trigger press rather. I want to check a trigger press. Correct. Okay, this is good enough. Okay. All right. So what are we trying to do here? Very simple. We're trying to bring everybody. It's like, a proper low block. We don't want these guys to be overcommitted, right? So they're playing as wingbacks on support. They can play as wingbacks on defense with an overlap, but they'll probably be too high up the pitch. But on the counter, we just want these guys to lead the counter. Maybe we just get these 3 to do it like that. Okay. So then we go box to box. Not really needed here, because he's going to get forward. I'll probably use like box to box. Is one extra person going up. Yeah, if you want your counters to be without crosses, find rows with cross less often white players. That can work too. Yeah. Or you can just in this one, we just want them, because what's going to happen is when you do the trap outside, right? A lot of your counters will come down the flanks. So far, so good. I mean, they're defending against PSG. So let's go. But at the moment we get yellow cards, we're in trouble. And then you want to play low block, you better have players who are great in the air, because all you're going to do is defend against a cross. Okay, so we got a lot of... In fact, we're going to turn this guy into a DLP on support. Two holding roles. Instead, we don't want another box-to-box player. We don't want to use this guy going up. Okay, so DLP, or we do something like a DM, CM defend, and then one more. Yeah, why not CM on defense as well? 2 CM on defense. Okay. He scored a goal from a set piece. That's some of the things that you can do. I mean, this is quite a challenging setup for us. I normally don't like to play back fives as deep blocks. I just my own personal take. I rather do it like this. This is how I like to set up my block, my back five system. Yeah, we'll just do it like this, and then one at one, so I'll target forwards again. Okay. I shadow strike, I target for weightless. Now I get to bring him off. Okay, that's it. Okay, this way they might have a problem breaking through my center. And then we had the ting. Okay, done. Yeah, you're not gonna get a lot of shots. I'll be playing low block. So chances of us getting a lot of attack goals are probably very rare. But I'll probably do it like 3-4-2-1 is actually a very good low block. Because first, the opposition going to have a hard time getting the ball out. Then after that, you got all these midfielders right, in the center. Hard for them to pass the ball to. Your counters, your wing backs then got plenty of support when they get the ball. You can have quite solid counters. You got like AP, Shadow Striker, target forward running through the middle. I mean, unfortunately for us, we don't have that many players that can play those kind of roles. Mama, I think. Tagliafico. But we helped PSG to 1-0, which is quite okay, I think. Didn't get too many easy chances, or they got another goal. Just when I said it. I mean, to be honest, right, 3-4-1-2 is a low block, pretty hard to pull off. But you have to have very good defenders for that to work. So we have these defenders, Niate. And then the other guys are these two. Mari is a central defender. You gotta have to be very good in the air, win the ball, and then bring the ball out. I don't know, man. I probably wouldn't play one like this unless you have the right players for it, but it's gonna be challenging to play that. We just lost to PSG in the league. Okay, let's look at the other tactics. Okay, so you all have used the link that was in chat earlier. Lord. Now let's look at the other tactics. We did this, we looked at these two, and then you form counter. We'll talk about this tactic. I mean, ain't got no rest here. Yeah, this has the 3 here, the 1, and then 2 defensive wingers. Why would you want to play like this? Play like this, just do this. AP on support. I mean, I would do it like that. Yeah, Shadow Striker here. DLF on attack. Defend, and this guy DMD. Yeah. or roaming playmaker. In fact, I'll probably play roaming playmaker. So he goes up, you got these two, right? And then you got these two protecting you. But this is not a defensive tactic. This. Don't play this as mid block. You'll die tomorrow. You'll die quick at death. This one ain't a mid block. This is a suicidal tactic. Okay. Now I don't think this is gonna work. Right. But if you wanted to do something like that, I'll probably play like this. Defensive winger, defensive roaming playmaker goes up. Then you got these four putting pressure on the back line. You're just gonna be trying to score goals by being in the opposition third all the time. That's it. Other than that, I don't see any potential in this formation at all. Okay. I don't. I mean, like, if I were to play this, I'll suicide, man. Yeah. The only way I can set this up is also another way you can do is like that. Okay. You want to try something, you look at the shape it takes, right? And then you create one like that. Okay, now what you have is a different tactic. A strikerless tactic. You're gonna get exactly the same, almost exactly the same position. The guys will be in almost the same positions like just now. Okay, your Mazars will go this way. The share strikers are going to go this way. Mazars are going to come this way. They'll be working with the wing backs. Their role playing is coming this way. That's what you can do, like, if you want to. But I probably wouldn't be going that way. I mean, I would probably try to yeah, the link is coming up for Wandering Drank. That's your link. You can use that tactic link to pop in, link to upload your tactic, and let me know. Put your name. Let me know that's your tactic. What's the name of your tactic? You can do something like this if you wanted to go that crazy. Because the original tactic, honestly, right? The original tactic, right, is not going to work. It's not going to work. Because the all end up overlapping. If you want to make this, you just go more psychotic. Winger on attack. Because these defensive wingers are going to help you defend one. I probably drop these guys into this. And if you played it like that, you have a much better chance with this tactic. As wingbacks. You can play this wingback support, right? And by what you do with this wingback is you tell him to sit narrower. Right side of the ball. Why? Because you don't have anybody here. So these guys come running in. This guy can be a roaming playmaker. He also pushes up. So you got these three actually pushing up through the transition. And these two guys can be wingers on support. Right? So they can run, and then you can play a target forward here and support. Or target forward and attack. I think this can work. No? It's quite attacking. Because these guys will come in this way. This guy's going to go up this way. You got the width from these two, and you got these two. You got three at the back, and this guy help coming back to help you defend. Yeah. If you put the AMC here, this is a very popular tactic. This has been used many, many times before. This has been used many times before by a lot of players. Okay. This also works. And then you can also go into a strikerless shape as well. Very strong strikerless shape. This guy's going to come this way. These guys are going to always put the back four, cannot get the ball out. You're just attacking, and you're always safe against the counter because you got three of these guys here. It can work. This can definitely work. There's so many ways of setting this up. Okay, let's look at the next one. We got Paris FC3. Oh, 4-2-3-1 narrow. Okay, I like this. Okay, don't play complete wingbacks. Play fullbacks on attack. I'll tell you why later. You want them to tick-tock. Okay, if you want to use wingbacks, it's going to dribble all the way. They better be good. Failing which, because the opposition are never going to be able to use this space because you got the players here, right? So you are controlling this space. Don't use a halfback. Use a DM. Don't waste the control that you have in this tactic. Because you play halfback, you're just going to form a tree. And then what? These two run off, and then every time you lose the ball, this guy comes back here. You're just gonna end up with a transition point of failure for your transition, because every time it goes up and up and up and down, they have one AMC here, you're toast. So why don't you just leave him here and use these two guys to bounce the ball off this and get into attacking positions, right? So you can actually create something like DLF on attack here, and then why is he a DLF on attack in AP? Who is he holding up the ball for? One, right? So you can actually play this guy, roam. Okay. Alright. You leave this guy as a complete forward or attack since you want to use that. Then you can have two roles here as AMs on attack. This guy is dropping. You got this pivot here. These boys are bouncing the ball off these two guys to get into the space. Your strikers are two shadows, I guess. Put one AM. The strikers from before. I can't handle 4-2-3-1. You can't die. 4-2-3-1s are too common, you know. I cannot play 4-2-3-1 also sometimes. But yeah, it's just I will play 4-2-3-1s with a libero now just for the fun of it. Okay. Pass into space. You can run a defense. I mix the passing up. Oh, you mix the pass. It's slightly shorter still there. You don't need tempo to be too high. Okay. You just need to be around medium. Why? You don't want the ball to go up too fast. You want it to go pump, 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 pump and get into the third. Plus using positive mentality. You don't need step up more. You don't need this to be maximum. Okay. You don't need this guy. Right, just leave it. These fullbacks are going to get into the attacking transitions. You probably don't even need underlaps. But if you're going to do this, what I will do is I'll come back inside here, drop this by one notch. You don't run into too many. Even drop this. You can drop this here or here because all these players are going to react to the same triggers. No, all these guys, they're going to react to the same triggers. But you can do this. You pump, pump all the way. You're going to have a lot of opportunities to play through balls, and then you're going to use the fullbacks to get you. Because what the fullbacks will end up doing is when they get to this position with the AM, right? They can't get down to the byline. They will be in a position to work across, and you get very high cross percentages. Yeah, the narrow 4-2-3-1 is actually very, very good. Yeah, I'm surprised not many people are using it. I think the narrow 4-3-3-1 is actually quite good. All right. Did I put in? I put in a link, right, for you guys. No one has uploaded a tactic yet. I popped in a tactic for the link for Wandering Dragon. I think waiting for him to pop in. Well, we'll play this tactic first. Meanwhile, wondering where's your tactic, man? I haven't seen it yet. I just made a few changes to the tactic. Oh God, I forgot to put in the players again. Okay, all right. I'm just trying to work out the upload. No, there's a link in chat. All you gotta do is just click that link and just transfer the file. That's it. Just transfer the FMF file because it's quite easy link. You just transfer it from your computer. That's all. Yeah, that's how you do it. So if you're sitting at your computer, it's easier. If you're on your phone, then it's a bit of a problem. Then you have to get the kind of. If you're not at a computer, that's quite a challenge. Then I'll just give you back the points and you can use it again some other day. Yeah, do you see those channel points, right? You can do it anytime when I'm streaming. If I'm streaming tomorrow, you can do it again. Okay, so we're not going to invite crosses with this tactic because we don't want these guys to tuck inside. Okay, so that's definitely out. Oh man, it's got a goal. That was painful. Defenders didn't do anything here. The guy came in, boom, 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 boom. Let's see if they opened up too much space. Yeah, they tried. The guys didn't defend very well. Who if I got Tolisso and Nakate? Pass into space, slightly shorter right defense. Okay, all right. Surprisingly, right, I'm hoping that we can choke their 4-2-3-1. We've got a bit of possession. You shouldn't panic. Our tactic should be able to create some goal scoring opportunities. Yeah, we got a penalty already. Because we're going to have the players to take them on. No, you don't have... Oh, you have to make a count. I thought you didn't need to make a count. You just have to upload. I didn't know that you needed a Dropbox account. So far, we got the first goal. Pretty nice. Okay, we got it back. And high XG some more. Yeah. I'm pretty happy. I just made a change to the tactic. I'm actually quite happy. Yeah, this is what I expect to see. There we go. He's high up the pitch. He's putting a lot. There, we're putting so much pressure on the opposition. Okay, got DM and DLP. Tolisso again. He's not going to try something. Matic to Lacazette. There's a complete forward coming to link up play. Okay, we can do pass into space. I think we have pass into space. I need to check. Yeah, we have pass into space by default. I'm thinking of removing it. No? Okay, we want a complete forward working at 8 AM. I think this is ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to just remove it. I'm going to put it advanced forward. Or even a poacher. Put a poacher in here. Okay. I think the complete forward AP, they're kind of clashing. Both of them are trying to create goals for the shadow strikers. In fact, we just leave one guy in the box and that's it. That'll be enough. That's much better. Yeah. Because by having the complete forward, it keeps dropping off, and then we have so many players in midfield. There's absolutely no reason for that. Yeah. So using a poacher would have been better. I am not a. Yeah, I think simplicity is enough. Even now, you can look at Cherky and 2 AM positions being shadow strikers as well. That's also possible. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this as it is. So we can just go, boom, only commentary, wait for the goals. I'm that confident now. Yeah. So looking at this now, quite high up the pitch, quite consolidated. So what I'm going to do is I got fullback on attack. I'm going to remove the underlap. And then what we're going to do is grab all the way to the end, go low crosses, go point to box. That way I'm going to try and get up the pitch. There we go, our second goal. I'm that confident, this tactic. I can play on commentary mode. See now we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got all these players in the attacking nodes. Okay, I'm going to turn these guys into shadow strikers. Get them into more danger. So these guys are going to put you more pressure on the opposition. Okay, now we got to worry about 1, 2, 3, 4. We got to sub them out. Okay, see that now? Do you see this link now? This defender is passing it to this player. So the defenders are reaching Almada with a pass. Here as well, this defender is reaching. This is a DM and this is the shadow striker. I tend to use these to make decisions when I'm playing. I'm going to bring Nagrafico, Maitland Niles. Do we bring Nickman? Do we have any other backs? We don't. We just bring Kitamata. Okay. I like. Yeah, asymmetric 3-4-1-2. Okay. Okay. Another goal. I'm this confident. When I look at a tactic, I'm quite confident in my own tactics. You know why? Because the 4-2-3-1 is a very strong tactic. Just like the Brazilian box. Both very strong. Another tactic. So we got 4 goals after making the changes. I'm only looking at this, the pass map, to make my decisions. Plus the relative conditions of these guys, because part of the way I speedrun Football Manager. That's it. Yeah. So like looking at this tactic, right? So you can actually play this like Shadow Striker. Would have been my preferred option, and then Poacher. And now you got AP just drifting around looking for options for these 3. That's it. This guy's coming up, linking up play using these 2. And you got the pitch. Very simple tactic, but very devastating. This is probably the second best formation for narrow systems. The first one with the Brazilian box. This is a very close second. Both are very, very strong. Both can rip a lot of teams. I mean, the other formation is very strong as the Brazilian box because it got 4-2-2-2. But this is just as strong. Because this one, in the Brazilian box, you cannot exert a lot of pressure on fullbacks, but this will exert a lot of pressure on fullbacks because these wider players always press the fullbacks during the build-out phase. So you can actually make this actually can be very, very strong. So it's a very good tactic. Just made a few changes to it and that's it. Let's see what we got. Okay. Okay, Rayo. Okay, download this. Let me delete all these tactics that we just covered. And then go to Rayo. Nope, not in here. Why is it taking so long? Is this a... No, don't send me your save. Send me your tactic. Where do you send me your save for? Who sent Rayo the save? Yeah, send me a tactic. Don't send me a save. Oh, you got your save. Shikon. The whole save. Don't send me the save, man. Send me the tactic. Don't send the don't send the whole save. Otherwise it takes a longer time. Okay, we got all the tactics, so like, you know, always, I mean, I did a whole thing on rest defense a long time ago. Yeah, no, just click the link I gave you. Yeah, once you click the link, you just go to your wherever your tactic is stored, and then that's it. It's that easy. You know, I don't know how else to explain it. It's like very easy. The only issue you will have is if you don't know where your own tactics are stored. Because you'll ask you to upload your tactic and just boom, just give the tactic. That's it. The title is Diagnosing Your Tactics and Says. Probably that's why. Wait. No, he's on Twitch, say it loudly. Yeah. Uploaded name 3412SE. Okay, good. All right. So we got a tactic, public Dropbox. There we go. Play possession. This one, 3412. I got two tactics here now. Play possession, position, and 2. Okay, got your tactic. Okay, play possession, play possession, position, and 3412. Brilliant. Okay, good. Finding your tactic. Well done, sir. Well done. Got your first tactic. Managed to upload your first tactic. Okay. All right, so let's go download. Nothing is here. Public 5. Extract all. Extract. Okay, there we go. Play possession is in there. All right, so load. Ready, come in. Don't tell me it's in the wrong place. Yeah, you're in the wrong place. Copy. Done. Load. All right, we look at Michael, your tactic. Okay. All right, so looking at your tactic. Okay, very quickly. You got a 4-3-3, fullback, libero, nice. DM, CM. Probably wouldn't do this. Yeah, don't play this. You got take more. Okay, you want to do something like this, you want it to go up and down. Probably just play a CM on a tank. Yeah, don't use the all automatic rolls because they are tied in very closely to your attacking duty. Right? Okay, so if you change mentality, you're basically changing how this role works. So I probably just go in there, play 2 box to box. Okay, we're gonna do exactly what you wanted him to do. Okay, you don't have to do all this. Just remove all the instructions. Yeah. Okay. Now what you want is one guy attacking the side. Libero, right? So this guy can attack the center. Okay. That's it. Guy's attacking the center. Okay. Bang. This guy goes up inside forward. Fullback is going to go this way. Fullback is going to go. You might need some width in this tactics. Cross some deep. Guy inside with the ball. Sitting there. So this guy is coming here and then crossing from deep. Okay, fine. Okay, this is interesting. Except now you got this guy's coming in. This guy going in. This guy is going to be... Well, let's stay right there. Wow. Mark specific position. I'll probably remove this. Remove this. And then I would remove this as well. Alright, hold up, ball, stay where it is fine. They'll just underlaps, huh? Yeah, okay. Low cross, I'll remove, play mix. Triple S, run defense. Probably run defense probably much better. Counter press. Okay, there's a lot of holding on to the ball here. Step up, invite crosses. Okay, get stuck in, step up more. Probably drop this all the way to the around here. Come inside here. Close down more, tackle harder. There's a lot of. I don't want to see any tackle harder in the center. Okay, remove this. Hold up position, take few risks, dribble less. Okay, then again, remove the dribble less. Okay. EPD, dribble more, remove this, remove this. You don't want them to overcommit to tackles. Okay. You want to play a libero, don't ask him to take few risks. He's going to move up, so you need him to take risks. I use auto as I say. The thing is, if you want to just change mentality, just change mentality. Mentality is about risk, bro. Okay, so it's all about risk, managing risk. So just managing. You don't have to like the game. I tell you something, like get used to auto rolls. Get used to not using auto rolls. It's going to be better for you in the long run when you're playing the game Football Manager. When you start playing auto rolls, you kind of lock yourself into thinking that that's the only thing that you need to change your mentality for these two roles to work. But you're actually affecting every other role in the pitch, especially because mentality affects 6 things in the game. Defensive line of engagement, trigger press intensity, passing directness and tempo, and one other thing. Okay, there's a lot of things mentality affects. So if you want to change mentality, think of it as I'm not taking so much risk with the ball, I'm affecting everybody when I drop my mentality. Right. But if you're doing mentality just to change these two roles, then it's a big risk. I would never recommend it. Not in a million years. Yeah. Thanks, your results have improved immediately. Wow, that was quick, man. Straight away you start using it. Okay. Well, talk about instant feedback on my output. Okay, all right. So let's go and watch this, right? Okay, very quickly. You on playing. We're gonna come in here. Okay, now you see I'm playing this tree, whatever, this formation. Right? This formation is wingbacks to pass the ball to these two guys in order for them to have some business. Okay. The problem is, if we are playing the way we are playing, we're going to be quite narrow in our attack, right? We're going to be playing into their hands. Let's just see whether I'm right or wrong. Team fluidity changes with roles. Team fluidity has been not important anymore. Stopped being important a long time ago. And team fluidity was only important in FM 17, 18. Team fluidity is no longer a factor in tactics. Does not affect. Forget about it. Yeah. Don't get worried. Don't worry about it. What about the roles? What the most important thing about getting your roles right is where they are in the build-out phase. Yeah, that's it. That's all you should be worried about. Where are my roles going in the build-out phase? And so you worry about where the positions they're taking in. So I'm going to go to comprehensive highlights now. Have you been dominating possession for quite a while? Roles now is a lot different now. The fluidity all. Like if Football Manager 25, 26, I think as I probably realized they haven't removed the damn term from the tactical creator because SI wanted to come up with a new game. So a lot of these things it didn't change. I was quite annoyed because I've been asking SI to remove it for a long time. I'm actually happy SI remove a few other things to make it so people don't get obsessed by the small little changes. Yeah. But fluidity is the one that is the most annoying because the only part of the game that uses that fluidity thing is even that also has changed over the years. It used to be the AI, the way it chooses its tactics. Okay, that's it. Yeah, look at that, man. It's brilliant. So we made a couple of changes to your tactic and it just keeps it simple. Because the AI is just going to have this problem building the playback, right? You got enough pressure on it. You got the right players and the right positions. You got 3-1 build out. So there we go. It switches into a 2-3. See this? This is your rest defense. Very nice. Okay, so your rest defense is pretty solid. Even with the libero there, it keeps your transition. Because in fact, in my opinion, the best way to play a back 4-3-3, in my opinion, it's only my opinion, is with a libero. Or 2 liberos. Okay, let's do it again. I had so much fun just now. Let's see if we can do it. What we did just now, halfback, libero, it was so much fun. But the problem with the halfback libero is the fact that they keep swapping positions for no rhyme or reason. The two halfbacks, the halfback will drop in transition, libero go forward. Right? When defending, right, the liberos drop when the halfback goes forward. It's like, Why don't you just stay in your position? The AI gets confused, and that's only because we are being stupid. Good defending. Yeah. Like I said, we are playing this tactic. Better have Gotta have guys in the air who can win the ball. They're inviting crosses, so we have to have players that can win the ball. Omari, I think, is a better libero than Kalataka. Okay, let's go. So you see this, right? This is so much better now, no? Okay. So what I've done is, I like the tactic. Okay, we just made a few fundamental changes. That we changed this to no more auto, right? Just watch what I do later. We draw our mentality. Okay, Tagliafico is slow. Hey, Zanko, thanks for the raid, man, with your party. We're doing a bring your tactics, basically looking at all your. Basically, the goal of this is, bring your tactics and I'll play with them, and you never know. You might put the tactic on FM Arena. It's your tactic. It's fine, no worries. Alright, Clint, there we go. Look at this. Nice. Okay, I like the fact we're not asking too much from this role, right? But you got cross and cut inside scenario, so you're expecting this guy to come this way, right? Okay, look where he's gone. Look at that, right? Jerky is here. Look at where your fullback is. Come here. Tolisso is here. This is your fullback, in full flight, in the center. Opens out the gap. That's why your libero is very important. This tactic. Okay, so if you got because this setup is one of the crazy setups I'm using where I only defend with one player. Here. So you ain't got much of a rest defense. Okay, so it's very, very dangerous. So if you find yourself in a situation where you got a lead, right, and you go like, I need to defend the lead, and this is what you do. Yeah. That's it. Now you got a proper rest defense, which is a 3-1. Okay, so then after that, the AI is the one that's going to struggle to break you down. Then your fullbacks, they don't go like crazy. They don't go like, we left space for the AI to exploit, which is what we had happen just now when the fullback went attacking, right? So we scored the goal already, and then you can play the 4-3-3 and force it. I'm closing it out. I just turned them all to inverted fullbacks. Yeah. Okay, done. Okay, so we're gonna just be a bit more nasty with the way we play. All right, so now we're gonna force the AI to come onto us, and then ting. Okay. All right, step up more is fine. All right, we can just play this on balance. Okay, counter press, fine. Higher defense line, or we don't want the fullbacks. Okay, we're gonna try something. Okay. Might be the dumbest thing I've ever done, but hey, man. Okay, so right defense, pass into space necessary. Complete forward. No, there's no. Is there anybody? Okay, first rule of pass into space. Anybody attacking space? Hands up if you see an attack duty in the final third. No hands up? Okay, done. Take it out. Simple rule of thumb, okay? Nobody's attacking space. So what we can do with this guy is tell him to go forward and just be a pressing for an attack. Just keep those defenders occupied. Okay, so now we just want to defend this lead. Like Muppets. I'm going to just try, man. This is going to be funky. Okay, alright. Tagliafico. Veretout. So we got this guy attacking the center. We got this libero. So we will definitely be able to keep the ball moving. That's the thing. Because we've got enough players forming small little triangles. I think we got one more, right? Tactic to look at. Whose tactic? I think one of you had the tactic. Oh, Shenko. Your tactic is coming soon after this. Your tactic. Look at that, man. But perhaps what have we done? All we've done is change the mentality, right? Oh no, what a defensive hero that guy turned out to be. Oh no, it's another defensive hero. Okay. Another way we can do this, right? We're playing against this team, right? What's this team playing? Back, whatever. Okay, we just tell him you got no choice. You time mark this guy, we time mark this guy, we show wrong foot. Okay, now basically we're telling this team every time the opposition have the ball, show them wide. Don't let the wing backs come inside to pass the ball, so that they keep using their right foot. So the moment they turn inside, okay, we're gonna trigger press them. Okay, we got another shot. Okay. I think I better take off Tagliafico. He's a good defender, but he's looking like he's a bit spent force. Okay. Okay, that's it. We basically got nobody in this team is halfway. Often use a CF on attack, but okay. CF on attack. Yeah, that would be good if you have like a lot of roles that can take advantage of the CF, right? Because if you have a complete four, he's going to drop. He's a jack of all trades. Basically, he's there. Yeah, he himself is trying to create goal scoring opportunities for his rest of his mates. Yeah, so sometimes you just want somebody to hold a defender's attention. My favorite attacking role in the whole game for striker is a poacher. Because when I use a poacher, it means I can get others into the box. So you see how defensively rugged we are now. My rest defense. Okay, if he's attacking, who are my leftover defenders? That's rest defense. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these are the guys. These are the basic two. Yeah. There we go. Now my rest defense. They don't take. See, inverted fullbacks don't get involved anymore. Unless you got underlap. Yeah, you got underlap. All right. Okay, because you got underlap, right? He's gonna keep going. Like the choo-choo train. Oh, squared, you beautiful thing. Oh, we almost scored, man. We went to balanced mentality. Has that affected my tactic in any way? We're playing balance, right? Now watch me when I go to very defensive. Okay. A CM attack box-to-box midfielder. Now you're going to hear a lot of people tell you cannot drop, change mentality and all that. No, it's actually your choice of roles that affects the way you play. Yeah. Now what I've done is my defensive line engagement have both been dropped. My passing width has also been dropped. So all I've gone to I'm taking the least amount of risk. But what this tactic now has that changed the mentality has affected the defensive line and the line of engagement, right? It's going to affect my passing and my tempo. Okay. Now, if it was set to this notch, it will be affected by my mentality. But now my mentality is this is higher than my mentality. Right, so it's slightly higher than the default for defensive, so to speak. Yeah, but not as high as balance. Okay, if that makes any sense. It's all mathematics this game. But the problem is they don't give us the values like they used to last time. So let's see if they score a goal. I'm just gonna do this for fun. We're defending all the way, We're letting them attack me. So, okay, in that case, you don't become pressing forward, you go advance forward now. And now we play pass into space. And we be more disciplined. We don't want to use any creative freedom. Oh, this is the lowest amount of creative freedom in the whole game. Gambit, looks like Gambit, right? Spurs fan. Yeah, this is like Gambit. This is similar to a tactic I made early in FM24. Called it Gambit. Was very, very successful. We're just defending. 78 minutes. Remember, we're playing a very defensive mentality. So they're going to keep attacking us. So if you want to do something like this, you better make sure that you have players who can defend. So we're giving the AI a lot of crossing opportunities. That's about it. Damn goalkeeper. I mean, that's a bit much. Goalkeeper just gave them the ball. He's obviously got a goalkeeper of little to no ambition. Amada comes in, nice, got options. Veratu, what a pass! What a goal! On very defensive mentality. Is he offside? That's all I want to know. Brilliant goal. Scored on very defensive mentality. How do we do this? We just change the role in front to an advance forward. Because that is going to be the highest mentality. Among all the strikers, he has the highest mentality. So the whole team is not taking risks with the ball anymore. Now you're going to play the pass, you play well, you make sure that you can pass the ball. That's what happens on very defensive, on the lower mentalities. This is one of the reasons why you can do this. We've been playing on different mentalities all the way. Now I'm going to go to attacking mentality just for the fun of it. But now, because on higher mentality, you're going to take more risks, right? Players are bound to take more risks. So we don't have to tell them to pass into space anymore. So we just remove the be more disciplined and go in. So we already score a second goal. Now we are becoming quite annoying, You can actually do this to a person when you're playing with them 1v1. I've done it many times to other players in 1v1 competitions. Where I go into like a low block in the middle of my game. I am familiar with tactics, so I know the things to change very quickly. Because most people don't like to play with somebody who's changing tactics on the fly, especially on network games. So if you can make those tactics very fast, that's one of the reasons why you don't have to, you just have to pick the right kind of roles, because your roles will defend it will influence the positions your players take up. That's it. Once you got that, then change mentality or you like, change team instructions. It's all fun. This game has become very simple. It's so simple, my son can play it now. And he's only 9 years old. Maybe he should do, but he gets bored of this game. He's very bored. Because he's now like, he can't play this anymore. He played for a while and my son understood the concepts very quickly. He doesn't like Football Manager at all. He says it's boring to watch these circles on the pitch. Like, okay, I get it, So asking my son to use his imagination to, he like, what imagination? The only player he wants to use is Lionel Messi. And I really don't like my son very much when he says that. His favorite player in the whole world, Lionel Messi. I keep reminding him he's a Liverpool fan. And he keeps telling me his favorite player in the whole world is Lionel Messi. He's on the verge of being disowned, okay? And he's only 9. If he ever goes to school and he wears a bloody wrong jersey, he's in trouble. So what did we do this whole game? Simple. 70% possession guaranteed. Because this tactic is going to give you a lot of possession. But it's more important to understand how to use all the roles and duties. So what do we do? Inverted fullbacks to give us a lot of control. So we get 3 at the back. So these guys come up the pitch, we score a goal. If I wanted to go looking for goals, I'd probably start with 2 fullbacks. I want them to go looking for goals, join the attacks. But once we scored the goal, I told them, step back, play as 2 inverted fullbacks. We can do a whole Liverpool thing, as in, we don't commit Trent Alexander-Arnold and what's the other guy's name? Andy Robertson to attacking transitions anymore. Same principle. Yeah, so you can make all those changes. Okay, play possession. We just did that. 3-4-1-2 SA. Oh god, this is going to be funky. Wide centre back, ball playing defender, ball winning midfielder. Okay, this is actually quite interesting, because you've got these 2 aggressive roles here. You got a simple CM. Yeah, this works lah. Yeah, this works. I don't even have to look. Yeah, this works. You can actually make your tactic quite complete forward, DLF. Yeah, this works. There's no need to change anything. This is a good tactic. Yeah, it can work. Because you're not depending entirely on going through the middle, right? You've got the width coming from this wing back, and he's going to work off these 3 to deliver crosses to this guy. And then while on top of that, you got this locked in already. This is going to be a very defensive. It's very difficult to break down. This is a good tactic. Buy Messi for his pool save. My son played 3D. He hates it. My son can't play 3D. My son absolutely detests playing Football Manager. He'd rather play Monkey God. Hey, Wukong, you play Wukong. He tried playing this game for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. He understands the game. He just hates the game. He won't be caught dead playing this game. It's like embarrassing, to go to school. I don't think he won't wants people to know. He's cool when he tells his friends his dad plays Wukong. But he's like so embarrassed when he tells his dad his dad plays Football Manager. So guess what? I have to become a Wukong player just to be, somebody he's proud of. That's so sad. It's so sad. It's gonna break my heart. Anyway, this tactic is good. Don't change it, man. We all start from multiplayer games and end up playing FF until getting older. Yeah, man. Look at I got arthritis in my fingers nowadays. I had to go and get my I'm now got to go and look for somebody to work on my tendons, man, now. Because like I can feel parts of my body now not able to do the flexible gaming thing. Okay, flexible gaming thing, nothing else, guys. Hey, where did my camera go? I hit my camera all this time. My camera has disappeared. I'm back. I didn't realize that my camera had disappeared. I just looked at it. My camera has disappeared. I'm back. Oh man, that was hilarious. All this time, though, I was thinking, where are they? This is like, am I using the right scene? Okay. All right, man, guys. I hope that today we helped you out. I might be streaming later because, of course, we have Liverpool and Newcastle tonight. If Liverpool win tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to win the title. Hands down. No threat. Bookies will have to start giving out the bets, paying out the bets because Liverpool have won the title. Because I don't see Arsenal. The camera did disappear. You know what I did, right? I can fade out my camera.
So I can, because sometimes when I want to explain a tactic, I find my camera might be blocking something, so I can remove the camera, I can fade it out. So just now what I did was I faded out the camera, forgot to put it back on. No, another 3-3. I don't know, man, Spurs man. I don't think it'll be a 3-3. I think it'll definitely be a 7. There'll probably be 7 goals in it. There'll probably be 7 goals in it tonight. When are we doing Eddie Divolevis? We do this show every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Just, if you're watching the stream, you come on the streams, you got channel points, you can use them on guys on YouTube as well. If you want to upload your, the link is always there, right, for you guys. Yeah, at the top. And the guys on YouTube, you have the link. You can scroll back. The guys at YouTube, Twitch, don't have the link. Yeah, Liverpool have to lose 4 games. And out of those 4 games, chances are 3 of those have to be at home. Because after this, Liverpool have 7 was out of the 11 games you have left, 7 are at home, man. Yeah, and Arsenal have to win every single game they have without a striker, without Kai Havertz, without Bukayo Saka. Let's just carry on that. The entire front line, Gabriel Jesus, where are they going to get the goals from? There's no chance. Liverpool can, I dare say this much, even if Liverpool lose to Newcastle, they probably win the title. Because the biggest hurdle was Liverpool, the biggest chance for Liverpool to slip up was actually this month. Like January to coming to February. This was the period up to the Man City game. That was the biggest chance for Liverpool to slip up. And I think we have a game against Arsenal coming up, and that's going to be at Anfield. Jesus will help them score. They need Kai Havertz. They need their players, man. They need a Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka. Saka. I think it's Saka, right? Okay. Arsenal a set piece FC. Copy slots tactic using 2 number 10s, 4-2-4-0. Actually, that's not too difficult to do. You just play 4 at the back. Play inverted fullbacks if you can, because you don't need them to go forward, right? So you play 2. Actually, you can play 2 inverted fullbacks. You don't have to play 2 fullbacks on attack. Okay, so what you do is you play 2 inverted fullbacks, 2 ball playing defenders. Then in midfield, you have your 2. In midfield, you have your 2 DMs. Okay. Because the 2 DMs were supporting play left and right. So Gravenberch was going left and the other guy was going right. Okay. Then in front, you have a flat 4. Okay. A winger, shadow striker. The shadow strikers have been given roam from position. And no, move into channels, not roam from position. Move into channels. No roam from position for the 2 AMAs. They're not shadow strikers, they're AMAs. So AMA, winger, DM. Okay. Inverted fullback, ball playing defender. That's it. Play them in inverted fullbacks. Or you can actually also play them as false fullbacks. They come into the center as well. Because you got the wingers giving you the width. So you can do that as well. Yeah, EMA is the best role. You don't play Shadow Striker. Shadow Striker will be too aggressive. Because you have to remember that they're playing as number 10s, right? And then Szoboszlai kept coming back into defense to defend. Like 99% of the time, Szoboszlai was in defense. After he was attacking. Upload a tactic. You upload a tactic. I didn't see that, man. Eddie the Wallace. Coming back in. Coming back in. I thought I had done all the tactics. Okay, I see my camera faded back in again. Told you guys the thing can fade in, fade out. Oh, there we go. Counter press. I didn't know, man. There, download. Sorry. You should have said something. You kept quiet. You kept quiet. I thought I'd done all the tactics. Luckily, you mentioned, You mentioned that I did a tactic when you come. I thought you hadn't uploaded a tactic and you were so impressed. You wanted to. Next time I should upload my tactic. Okay, let's go delete. Now we're talking about my son. Okay, there we go. Boom, counter press. Wow, that was funky. I even had sound effects there. Counter press. Ding ding. Let's go. Okay, we'll play this out. Okay, we'll play this tactic. Okay, so here we go, man. Corbin. Say it loudly. Eddie the Valvis. There's your tactic coming in. Still a simple one, work in progress. Work in progress. See, this thing is that when you play a tactic long enough, then it'll help. But if work in progress, that's quite tougher. Because you need to be aware of the transitions. Target forward, complete forward, probably not. Change his role to like a deep line forward attack, much better option. Okay, target forward. Why target forward? Advanced forward. Why you so shy? Attack or poacher. These two combination, one of the best. No? Then this AMA, this is what mid block. I don't know why people like play mid 5-2-2s as mid block. Don't play mid block. Just go up. Yeah, I don't play a mid block. No? I just don't. Just don't play a mid block. Mid block. This already play like a mid block, no? Because these two guys only defending in midfield. Yeah, these three are gonna be making it harder for the opposition to pass the ball out from back. Yeah. So target forward, AP, then CM defense, CM support. This guy holding position. Why do you want to do that? If you want to do that, just play this role. DLP, then don't worry. He'll hold his position. And then you got the guy holding position as these two guys got the pitch. Ball playing defenders, they tend to pass the ball this way, so you don't get a lot of width in your defense. So what you do is you play a white centre back on defense, another white centre back on defense. A lot of options for this role. You can play a ball playing. My advice is this role has got to be somebody who's good. This is your most important position. But if I do it like this, I probably. Yeah, this can be simple enough. Gonna try this as a mid block, Advanced playmaker on attack. Yeah, these three are gonna just go forward. Okay, these two are gonna be wing backs on support. That's it. Okay, white centre back, distribute quickly. Yeah, tell a goalkeeper to distribute quickly. Okay, and then we will get a standard defensive line. We don't want it to. Okay, what we'll do is we'll do this so they don't. Okay, this because we don't have DMs, right? Okay, and these guys would all herring from the front. Okay, AP will tell him to roam and move into channel. It goes up and down, and then we'll tell him to harry the front. Okay, there we go. Okay, now these guys will be just told to cross aim target forward. And this guy will be told to cross him target forward. Okay, what we can also do is tell these two guys to tackle harder and close down more. Close down more and tackle harder. Okay, so we got these two. And now we drop this into mid block. Alright. Okay, we're gonna now play it on. We're going to play it on at least defensive or attacking, not positive. Positive, passing by default is quite short. Alright, so we can do this and we'll pass this into space. We just do it with narrow so we don't depend on the wing back so much. Why am I going narrow? The narrower I am, the closer the players stick together. And more importantly, the passes tend to be towards the middle. Okay, now we're going to run at the defense. So when we try and beat players, we try and beat them. We don't want to pass to feet all the time. So pass into space and tell the players to take on the defenders. Let's see if this works. What a heck of a way to find out. Alright, so this can be a libero too if you want to push him up. But we don't want to do that. So go on holiday. Are we there yet? No, we're there. Okay, so let's try that out. Okay, so we don't know who we are playing. We're just gonna go in there and try our luck. Oh, Europa League match. Okay. Apparently we got kicked out of the Champions League. That was our journey in the Champions League over. So we're playing some some Scandinavian team, and we're deciding to play a mid block. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna look at our team to see where we win the ball. Comprehensive study. Okay. So when you're playing a back five mid block, chances are most of your times, right, your wing backs will be here. The block is actually gonna appear here. This is where your players are gonna do a lot of their work. So the wing backs are actually in these positions. So back five wing backs, back five blocks not so happening. There you see, he's not committing. So this guy is doing all the hard work there. So your wing backs are not going to be the ones that you're depending on. So that's one of the reasons why we just let them hold their position. So instead of playing wing backs on attack, if you want them to press, be the first ones to be pressing, then your wing backs have to be on attack duty. So just now we saw the wing backs behaving that way, right? So let's assume I want now these guys. Okay, now if I do a wing backs on attack, these two are my rest defense is just a three of them. So
how high up the pitch they go will be influenced by your defensive line. So if you want them to play a very active part in the attacking transition, then your defensive line is higher. That's all. So how high you want those guys to be is your attack duty and your defensive line. So now we're playing a mid block. Arsenal are title contenders. They just hammered by injuries. Yeah, that's all. Arsenal was always I always pick Arsenal as top 2. I honestly felt that Arsenal stood a better chance of being a title contender this season than City. Because I thought City was a team in transition. Arsenal, not. But Arsenal's problem was they had too many injuries and they were not willing to sign another striker. So part of it is luck and part of it is self-imposed. There we go. Playing a block, and then we tried to create the goal scoring opportunity, and they still. So it's okay. Yeah. Now we go into commentary mode. Yeah. So far okay. So we're playing a low block. So essentially what I've done is, if you want to do a low block, right? So we're doing a mid block, not a low block. So this is a standard defense, and now I want fullbacks to get involved, right? So, wow, that's 3 lines across, man. We should have. So here we go. Now we scored our first goal. I got the wing backs more involved. And that we started from a defensive position. So we drew them in. So they are the ones attacking us. All right, so we're sitting looking at our block. See where the wing backs are. That's our wing back, right? So he has dropped in. See where he's dropped in. This is tells you how deep they're going to go, right? So he's dropped all the way here. Bang. And we do a counter. So we did a mid block and they raced off to score a goal. Yeah. Arteta is the problem. Arteta is from the school of Pep Guardiola. Depend on the same players all the time. So we played wingbacks on attack, and then we got hit because the wingbacks on attack. Yeah, so we dropped the wingbacks to support now. The wingbacks are the ones that open up the space. It's one hell of a stadium we come to. Got a lot of special effects. So if I wanted to, I'm not a big fan of, I'll just say this, I'm not a big fan of tactics which are low block back fives. I'm not. I don't think a mid block back fives, I'm not a big fan. They don't perform very well. The best mid block, the best systems that can be a mid block are like this 4-3-3, and the other one is, you see now we're struggling to score. They keep attacking us. I'm not a big fan of this. These guys will become much better as attack. So I go out of this and I go boom. Instead of playing back, you're just going to attack them. I wouldn't play a mid block. Yeah. If I play back five, it's just high up the pitch. See whether we can. We got dominant. We are doing okay. But wow, this stadium effects. Look at that, man. Yeah, the attacking won't be that exciting. You'll get a lot of 1-0 wins. But it won't give you a lot of but what you can do with this tactic, right, is if you want to chase goals, right, you just using the same roles and duties, right? All you do is change your line of engagement. See what has happened when I changed my line of engagement. That's it, no? All I did was I went from low block to high block. And immediately we start scoring goals. Because these tactics, right, they're better off being played as high blocks instead of low blocks. So the moment we were 1 goal down, and then I immediately changed to high block, you look at the transition in the game, it just changed automatically. Boom. Was it because the only thing is, it's just the way the match engine treats back five systems. I know how I want it to work, but it doesn't work the way I was hoping it does in real life. I mean, the problem
real life backfire systems they cannot be replicated on Football Manager. They just can't. Yeah, they can't be replicated on Football Manager because those wing backs in Football Manager, they're just too passive. That's the problem. They are passive. Yeah. So okay, guys, you guys have been sensational. I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go and rate somebody. Let's say go hello to see. Let's go see someone. And let's rate someone. This debate of Arteta that will continue for a very long time, man. Lots of people. Everyone is I believe okay. Let's go and rate Big Robbo. Okay. I want to thank everybody coming on today's stream. You guys are essentially fantastic. We will go rate Big. I don't know whether this is gonna work. Rate Big Robbo 14. So thanks for coming in for the stream today. You guys have been sensational. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. Hope you have a great weekend. I will see you tomorrow for Destiny. Destiny is going to be fun, man. Tomorrow we're going to do some crazy things with Destiny, okay? Some very, very crazy things with Destiny. Tomorrow, we're going to go all crazy with that show. I'll see you guys soon. We go raid Big Robbo. I'll catch up with you on tomorrow. Stay safe, take care of yourselves. Once again, you can bring your tactics tomorrow too. Thanks for coming, guys.